Good morning and a very warm welcome to Bowls New South Wales' live coverage of Season 3 of the 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗡 Pennant. Beautiful shot there on screen from Carlingford Bowls and Recreation Club as round 8 action about to get underway as the home side Carlingford Koalas take on the Belrose Bulls. My name's Lee Stinson. I'm joined in commentary by both Jason Pinnock and 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚𝗓. And Jason, first of all, for Carlingford, sitting there outside the 5 at the moment, probably need a big win today to keep their finals dreams alive.
Yeah, absolutely, Lee. Once we see the ladder come up on screen, must-win game here for Carlingford to keep up, keep in touch with that top 5. We will see there's start to be a little gap between 5 and 6 at the moment. So these teams, and we see it on the screen now, so these two teams in particular, both really wanting a win to stay in touch with the top 5. And
for you, Gary, similar for Belrose, needing that win as well. 31 points. They're in a bit of a logjam there at the moment in that chasing pack, trying to claw their way up into that top 5 as well.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Yeah, agree, Lee and Jason. It's a big day for both of these teams today. A win could mean the season for them, so it'll set them up really nicely going into the final round. So super important. We've got a great matchup here, particularly on the TV rink. Across all rinks, pretty solid. They've got some good marquees. Both teams have brought up well through the year, and it should be a great match.
And just you see that ladder there on screen as well. Rink points going to prove decisive along the way. Looking within that top 5, both Wenty Leagues and Warilla, both sitting on 5 wins, but separated by 3.5 points. So the Magpies are doing the job in terms of rink points, and no doubt that's going to come into play either for top 3, top 5, or even for those sides trying to avoid being in the bottom 2. So, yeah, plenty to play for. Everything crucial as see a couple of the team members from our recent media shoot on screen there. Darren Morrison for Carlingford, Steve Rawlings for Belrose, as we bring up our team list for today. And Jason, talk us through the Koalas.
Well, Carlingford Koalas full of stars here, and we'll start off with the first rank leading up. Nathan Malloy, Cameron McClure, Ben Winther, and then Brett Spur skipping. We all know Brett Spur's credentials, great player. In the second ring, Hemi Palmer, Lee Trithowen, Zelko Trabara, and Darren Morrison, the bowls coordinator here at Carlo. And in the third ring, Sean Nelson, Zach Robertson, mighty Kevin Anderson from Moama, and Ryan Burnett from Pine Rivers. Good side.
And Gary with the Bulls, plenty of stars on show there, as you alluded to earlier.
Yeah, there certainly is, Lee. Steve Glidden leading up in the TV rink, James Brown, Ollie Morrison, the young Tassie prospect, Dale McWhinney, Shillington, emerging 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗡𝗏, Michael Rawlings, Luke O'Grady, Steve Rawlings, a Belrose stalwart, former New South Wales representative, Matt Lucas, former 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗏, Steve Lowe, Brad Franklin, John Campton, and Josh Walker-Davis, who everybody would know doing the circuits and tournaments around Australia and being very prominent in most of those that he plays in.
And just a little earlier during the practice session, I had the opportunity to catch up with both Ollie Morrison and Brett Spur to hear their thoughts ahead of today's game. As we head into today's game, we're lucky enough to catch up with Brett Spur from the Carlingford Koalas. And Brett, it's been a bit of an up-and-down season for your side so far. Some really good wins mixed in with some narrow losses. I'm sure everyone is up for the win today.
Definitely are today. Friday night was a very close loss, but last night, different story. But today, hopefully get the win, get the ball rolling again, and get in the winners list.
And your first season here at Carlingford, how's the experience been, and what have you thought of the standard of play here with the Koalas?
I absolutely enjoyed it. Coming from Mount Lewis last year to Carlingford, been an absolute blessing to come here. Been welcomed openly, so yeah, love it.
And still not out of the mix for finals contention, but really is a must-win game here against the Bulls. What do you know about their side that you're taking on today?
Oh, look, they're a quality side. Like every side in the Platinum League's a good side. So, yeah, just hopefully we can stand up and get the win.
Fantastic. Best of luck, Brett, and all the best for your Koala side here today. And from their opposition, we'll bring in their young superstar, Ollie Morrison. And much like Brett, right, your first year here in the New South Wales Pennant, but this time for Belrose. How have you enjoyed the experience so far?
Yeah, it's been very good. Tough competition, obviously, but all the boys at Belrose have been great to play with, and yeah, it's been a great season so far.
And a pretty good weekend for the Bulls, up to date. Had a great win against 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡 at home on Friday night and took 𝗟𝗡𝗡 all the way down on their indoor carpet yesterday. Everyone must be pumped again for another big day today.
Yeah, pumped for a big day today. Obviously, it's a must-win for both teams, so should be great.
And how's the standard of competition been, mate? Your first time up here, come from Tasmania. What have you thought of the Platinum Pennant so far?
Yeah, definitely the best pennant I've played in. Every team's just so relentless on their home surfaces, and even away, it's just good to play in.
And we saw on the ladder there, just on screen a little earlier, must win, as you mentioned, in a nice little log jam just out of the finals. I'm sure you know how important to probably clean sweep the rest of the season to push into the top 5.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a few hard games coming up, but I think we get 3 out of 4. We're still a chance, so...
Fantastic. So there we are. We've heard from both Ollie Morrison and 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗡, 2 of the key members from today's game. And it's back to you, Jason, to commence proceedings for end number 1.
Yes, thank you, Lee Stinson. And you can hear from that interview, both players understand the importance of a good result in this match today. As the first end is underway here now.
Players certainly get into it, keen to get involved, guys, weren't they? They've flown through their 2 trial ends and we've got away a few minutes out of schedule.
Yeah, certainly are. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. Everyone's keen for a great match this morning.
See, James Brown might have snuck the shot there. Do you remember last time we streamed Belrose? That was at St John's Park. James Brown had a brilliant game that night on a rink that lost, but he definitely gave a lot of value to his team on that particular occasion.
Changed things up a little bit, Jason, since we saw them as well. Third on that occasion was Brad Franklin, but you see there on screen Ollie Morrison gone into the 3rd position on this rink today. He started off the season on the Josh Walker-Davis rink. Couple of losses there, probably on the back of that St John's Park game, and just made a couple of switches amongst their side. Ollie's come across to play 3 now for 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗏.
Well, it's the old adage, isn't it, Lee Stinson? If something isn't working, you've got to change it up. See Ollie here. Seems to be some good turn down there too today. Slight breeze coming across. We'll keep an eye on those conditions as the game progresses.
Yeah, you're right, Chase. You can actually see right across the board all of the heads that bowls have just slipped through, so the green is running very nice here today.
𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗏.
Both sides had the 2 trial ends as well as a half-hour time slot for a practice before things started, but being a late morning commencement time, conditions really likely to quicken up throughout the next couple of hours.
Ollie Morrison just looking to drop a metre off his first, and he's just left it behind on a great line. Probably just pulled up 6 or 8 feet short.
𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗏 doesn't need to make too much adjustment here.
Very close.
Just to get up now. Yeah, I think he's done enough to get the shot, so it's definitely one there to Carlo. There's quite a bit of energy amongst both playing groups out there this morning already. Plenty of chat going on already out there across the other rinks.
There's one thing we mentioned a couple of times yesterday, Jason, wasn't it, with the Engadine side? As the scoreboard just got away from them, the noise levels went down, and unfortunately that got 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗡 even more pumped up, and 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗡 Leagues took out the victory on our feature game yesterday.
Dale now. He's out on that good high line. We've seen him coming back here early already.
Speed looks good
close,
too,
isn't he? It's a very good bowl, Dale 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗏. Good way to open. Looks like he's using a different set of bowls compared to what I've seen him use before.
I think he's
tried out a couple, yeah.
He's dragged the quantums out, has he?
Yeah. 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗏. He had a couple of sets in the practice session, his Optimas and the quantums, but he's gone for the wider bias.
Brett Spur now. Any contact would be good. It's a little bit unfortunate. In early days, but already on the far rink, there was a 5 scored by Josh Walker-Davis, so Belrose out to a flyer.
Yeah, that certainly puts a spring in the step, doesn't it? A big number early on. Breathe a sigh of relief, any jitters go away, and it's game on from there. And on the middle rink, Darren Morrison's played 2 absolute rippers to take 2 shots off Matty Lucas.
Slightly high line this time for Dale. Didn't quite send it either, so. 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏 now. Minor adjustment here from his first. Looks like he's slightly higher than his first as well.
Yeah, he's just pressed on that with a little bit of extra weight. Just held him high.
So that first bowl of 𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗡𝗗, good enough to register the first score here on our feature rink. 1-0 early days, and as Jason mentioned, those other scoreboards been updated as all rinks now have completed their first end. You can see there on screen, gentlemen, last time these two sides met back in the opening round of Season 2, and it was a huge win that night for the Koalas, and they came on the back of a massive rink win by their marquee Englishman Harry Goodwin. 40-shot-to-12 winner over Shane Globitz. Both those men out of the respective sides this year, but Carlingford with that massive win.
Yeah, completely different squads, Lee. I don't think we take much out of that result into today's game.
And those conditions there, Gary, pretty good for nice quality bowls here today as well.
Oh, look at that. Doesn't get much better, does it? 21 degrees. I think it's going to heat up to about 26, 27, something like that. 15 seconds, 6 km/h wind. If you can't play in these conditions, you can't play. Although...
That's the three of us over here.
That's why I'm sitting behind the desk.
We've penciled you in for a game at some stage, Gary. Jason and I got to chatting yesterday about us being in the commentary box and not playing, but we said we'll have to have a commentator's game against some of these players out here.
Oh,
and
this is great.
We've secured your services for that without letting you know. You were signed up for that.
I'm sorry I missed that meeting. Very sorry, and what a stitch-up. Well, thanks very much, fellas.
I said I had Rebecca Lord on the opening night of coverage, so... quality player, Rebecca, so we'll bring her into the commentators team as well.
Mixed pairs, is it? Mixed pairs? Mixed
Clay
fours?
Parker we had as well.
Yeah.
Clay was a former Australian indoor singles, actually finalist or semi-finalist. He went deep in one of those events.
Still goes good too, Clay. Still goes good. Got the bowling arm. He's
lost late stages of that event one year to Steve Glasson, who had a stranglehold on the Aussie indoor title for many years.
That was easy to do back then against Glass, wasn't it? Yeah. He only won about 9 of them or something, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was 9 in the end. As I like to say, Steve and I have won 9 Australian indoor singles titles between us.
Well, already, just having a quick look at this head, we've noticed that the bowl's just dropping that little bit short, that metre short, so wondering if there's any effect on any slight breeze out there, which is affecting the speed of the direction of play.
Yeah, it's a bit of an indicator, Jason, isn't it? Because all the heads coming back in this direction, they're all sort of around or short of the jack, whereas the opposite direction, they were all very much through a yard, 6 feet on their first end. Got a little bit of luck here. Bit of a cheer on the far rink as Josh Walker-Davis draws another shot.
It's the bowl of James Brown. Made it up closer to the jack. That will now be shot bowl. And for both these sides, contrasting fortunes this weekend. Belrose on Friday night had a 65-56 victory against 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏, and then went down to Warilla yesterday afternoon and pushed the home side Gorillas all the way for just losing a few ends at the back end. So they've had a pretty good weekend heading into today. And for Carlingford, it was heartbreak on Friday night, a 2-shot loss to Soldiers Point for going down 9-1 once again last night at Charlestown. So a tough weekend for the Koalas, but get their chance to come back here on their home deck where they've been pretty good. They pushed 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 right to the brink in our opening round coverage. And same again with Raymond Terrace, only going down to the Jets by 3 shots here at home. They know these conditions pretty well.
I've got to say, the green does look really good out there today. Bit of a green tinge on it, but the speed's definitely there too, so produced a good surface for a good game today.
Carlingford skip 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘 mentioned to me before the game, his first season here at the Koalas, but every time he's been here for championship or region games or Pennant matches, they seem to have copped the rain either on the day or the day prior. So he's looking forward to seeing this green with a bit more free run on it.
And he went just going to float under all that.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting, the pace of this green and considering home ground advantage, because Belrose, their greens, 𝗣𝗟𝗔𝗧𝗏 has their greens flying generally, so Belrose are well accustomed to pace in greens, so that may play into their hands a little bit, particularly when you've got a couple of Queenslanders skipping rinks like Matty Lucas and 𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗡. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out, but there's also a huge amount of experience in the Carlingford team too, with exposure to those types of surfaces, and all different types of surfaces, but just having played at home a lot for the Carlingford Koalas and not probably played on this pace at home, it could be telling at the end of the day. We'll see what happens.
So Dale draws right into that gap there, pushes through.
Still just the one there, looks of it, to the Bulls.
Brett's playing with some positive weight into this head here. Just hanging a little bit wide there.
Yeah, it was similar to his on that same side first end, wasn't it? He just hung a little bit high, so they're obviously they're not turning with pace as much as he is anticipating, so he'll correct that with his next one, no doubt, if he gets to play the same shot.
Dale's on a good line here. It's all down to his legs.
Yeah, he's played a good shot.
Great shot, 𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏. That's a couple of crackers he's played in the first 2 ends now.
He's happy with the bowl selection so far.
Absolute masterstroke, Lee. Huh? Absolute masterstroke. Bigger weight here from 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏. Once again, just misses on that high side.
Yeah. So a couple of shots there to Belrose, and Belrose early on. There's plenty of talk amongst them.
They made a few changes to their side, as we mentioned, and on the mat there now, Steve Glidden, first time into the squad at this weekend. Well-established bowler. Steve's the current men's pairs champion in the Metro North East region, so he'll be off to the state titles in Dubbo in a few months' time, and also won their region senior singles last year well against current member of the New South Wales senior state side in Terry Water. So very good up-front bowler, and mixes his time between Belrose and Broadbeach. It's sort of half his time in Sydney and a bit up in Queensland as well. I know he's been part of their Premier League campaigns up in Queensland, leading for the likes of Ryan Bester a few years ago when Ryan was at Broadbeach.
Yeah, it's a very good opener there. Just what Carlo needed.
start there from 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗡 as well. Of course, Nathan, one of a few here at the Koalas to make their way down from the Central Coast, formerly at 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗡, and was part of the side a couple of years ago, back-to-back national BPL Cup titles. So that was 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗡, 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 and Darren Morrison. Now all down here at Carlingford, so no stranger to the big stage and TV matches. Of course, they're nationally broadcast on Fox Sports, those BPL Cup finals.
Shot here, James Brown.
Well, early days, but Belrose have found the conditions a lot better than Carlo, haven't they?
Yeah, they've jumped on it straight away, Jace, haven't they? I think that's, just this pace is playing into their hands a little bit.
As Lee alluded to earlier, Brett Spur did mention he's played in a lot of wet days here, so has this good, fine, sunny day sort of turned that home ground advantage into an away team advantage, maybe.
For those of you just joining our coverage this morning, big welcome. Round 8, the Bowls New South Wales TAB Platinum Pennant here at Carlingford for their home match against the Belrose Bulls. Lee Stinson, Jason Pinnock and Gary Willis in commentary with you throughout the duration of today's game. Please let us know where you're watching on from and who you're supporting here this morning.
Ollie Morrison looking to add, just leaving it short. It is swirling a little bit, that breeze, Jace. It's sort of coming behind them in this direction, but also it's just started to turn around to come from the side a little bit at times as well. So, as you can see in this end, they've left a couple short, but also narrow, just fighting that breeze at the moment.
There's another Belrose bowl. Move forward. Pretty good weight there from Ben, but just a bowl under his ideal line.
Ollie's got a good chance here. He can get a good shot to play. Just sit on the second shot, turn the jack around the corner.
Well,
they're liking his weight.
They're very, very interested. Great shot there, Ollie Morrison. Wishing a pretty good home.
Yeah, Benny Winther needs to play a consolidating shot here. He needs to get him another bowl in the head, draw the shot. He's close. He's close, he just needs to hold.
He may have done enough for second. There. See on the replay, got around his own. Just made contact. That dark blue bowl of James Brown. Loving that angle of watching the bowls come in. Plenty of draw on that side.
Yeah, it is really turning. A little breeze. I think it was turning anyway, but that little breeze has just made it even more so. And 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗡 has a really good shot on here. Any touch of this jack, he'll make 3 or 4. Just got to beat that wing green bowl, or what was it, aqua bowl, Jace?
Well, he's looking at it intently.
Any touch of the jack's good.
Dale McWhinney, Shillington. Man's on fire early on.
And those angles at the front, you can see, not ideal.
Hasn't set up great at all, has it? He's played a great shot there.
Gave it the big Leighton Hewitt come on as well. Well, that's going to look really awkward from the mat.
Work up there, mate. Get the absolute on it. Get a couple of them.
Potentially a 2-bowl shot. He needs to make contact here with the first and give himself a better look.
Yeah, just open something up. He's 3 or 4 down. Anything's better than what it is right now. So he just needs to make an angle better for himself for the next one. Yeah, again, he's just left that runner high.
Yeah, but has he opened up another shot for himself?
He has. I think he has. He's made it a little bit better, but yeah, he's just those running shots. He's just leaving them on the high side, isn't he? So something to be thinking about.
There's maroon ones of Steve Glidden, the Belrose lead at the back of the rink as well. So as well as holding a nice little count of shots there, they've got some decent position at the back of the rink.
He's sticking with the hand he's already played 2 or 3 really good shots on. Knows he'll get the turn back.
Just want this to pull up a little bit. Slid on through, but it's not all bad.
Find something.
Yeah, Benny Winters just asked him to play an arriving shot, just trying to keep his bowl in the area, trying to cut this number down. Land anything is going to help. What he doesn't want is a hole. There's a couple of them either side of the shot bowl. He's close. He's close to something. Oh, he's got the gap.
Gary, you called it.
God, there's too many holes there, Jace. Just see it happening. It's a hard shot to play, that weight.
So 4 shots there for Belrose. Terrific shots there from their players. Finished off by 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗡𝗏 with that touch of the jack. We go out 7-0 here on our feature rink. See there as well, Josh Walker-Davis. Nice start for him. And the Morrison rink keeping things closer on the scoreboard for Carlingford. 3-0 in front there against Matt Lucas.
I think there's a big count there to Matt Lucas there in that middle rink too now.
Did look going into the season that Belrose had strengthened their squad. They took a different direction with their marquee players this year, and last season they had both Barry Lester and Dylan Fisher come up from down south. They were playing on the same rink together, but they've taken the opportunity now to get 2 players to skip rinks for them in Dale and Matt Lucas. Seems to be working so far. And I think they probably were a club, Gary, that just did need that extra boost in the back end and getting 2 quality skips to spread that talent around rather than having their 2 marquees on the same rink.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, like, you look at current form, these 2 guys, you know, Josh Walker-Davis, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏, they're playing a lot. You know, they're playing a lot. They're in their prime at the moment. They're playing fantastic bowls and winning a lot. You know, look, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏 at Burleigh there. I think they won the Premier Division or Premier League in Queensland, didn't they, last year? Burleigh, from memory. I think he's won a state pairs up there. He's going really, really well. He's made the emerging 𝗥𝗢𝗄𝗏s, and Josh Walker-Davis has won just about every tournament going around in the country over the last sort of 12 months, 2 years. So he's in hot form and playing a lot too. And then you throw Matty Lucas in there, skipping, good leader, a good leader of people, and he would be really bringing this team together. So yeah, I agree, Lee. Some good pickups. Looks really solid across the board. And I just can't help but say again, I just think this green is really playing into their hands too. So interesting, long way to go, but certainly a good start by Belrose.
Yeah, good wrap up there, Gaz. I think the addition of Ollie Morrison will add some excitement as well. That younger look at it all, and that young excitement too. So adds another dynamic into the whole group.
He's a talent, yeah.
Yeah, just turned 18 as Ollie, and made the move up to be a full-time player with Belrose, specifically for a chance in this competition this season. He's had a tremendous record in junior competitions. Gold medals across the under-18 disciplines at national championships, and of course had a massive win at open level, Australian Open 4s, part of that winning rink last year, skipped by Thor Shannon. Ollie was a key member of that side that went all the way at the Aussie Open in 2025. Yeah, but medals at under 18 national championships in the last 4 editions.
Yeah, pretty impressive, isn't it? Pretty impressive what he's done. And this competition will not hurt his game. It will really toughen him up. Best of the best teams event going around, and some of the best players in the world.
Well, he's down pretty well here. Ollie, does he get right down to it? Yeah, he's in the count. That's 2 now.
That doesn't happen very often for us, Lee. Give someone a big rap and then they draw the shot. We usually curse them. Ollie's backed us up there. Well done.
Ben Winther coming down. Those familiar zebra black and white bowls. If you've seen Ben Winther play before, you're used to watching those ones come through. I believe they're only one of 2 or 3 sets made in that colour design.
Well, he's very effective with them. I know that, Lee. I've got a lot of time for Benny Winther. He's a really good fella and a really good player. Ollie's not far away again. He's a bit quicker, but it's a good shot.
That's brilliant shooting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all happening for Belrose here at the moment. Across all 3 rinks, they're up and about. They're holding on each head, playing big shots, really getting around each other. They're setting a presence early, aren't they?
Aren't they what, mate? In a game like this, go a long way to wrapping up that masterboard, get that confidence up early. And it's Carlingford now. They have to find a way of wrestling this momentum back. And probably getting the atmosphere back into their side. It's a home ground advantage. They've got plenty of home members here on the sideline watching. They need to get them into the game somehow. Might take just one big shot from a skipper or big, good, solid set by a lead to set that rink up to maybe get the crowd into the game and get the Carlo boys boosting with a bit more energy. Dale just a little underline there. He was very close. He misses that bowl. He draws a 3rd.
Yeah, he knew he was all over it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Good weight. And I think you're right, Jace. You know, the approach here is that there's a lot of time left, so it's not panic stations. It's just really focusing on winning an end, like just ones, you know, across the board, multiple ends, string some ends together, start to just create a shift in that momentum. A little bit of doubt. It's not panic stations just yet.
Playing through this head as well. Red Spur, they do have a couple of Carlingford bowls in front to work through.
Red Spur. Well, is
Might
that
be
the shot?
One. Well, bowl onto the jack, and he's kicked it through. Nice little count there now for Carlingford. As many as 4 there at the moment.
Yeah, that's a tremendous shot, Brett Spur. They really needed that.
Good to see the players are following our commentary too. It's just working at the moment.
On cue.
There will be plenty of noise from Carlingford if they can get things going. Nice group of characters amongst their side as well. Of course, the 2 Victorian-based players here on this rink, or former Victorians, in Brett and Ben. People like Kevin Anderson, Darren Morrison. Any big voices if things start to turn around.
Oh, Dale's got a little rub again. If he's just a half a bowl wider, he probably draws the shot.
It was always going to be a tough shot, wasn't it, that jack, out in new territory. First test, he did play it pretty well. His weight was good.
So, still potentially 3 there for Carlingford. Sure, Brett will play our commentary box side of the rink now. Doesn't want to make any contact with 𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗡𝗗's last.
Darren Morrison's played an absolute bomb in the middle rink. He didn't get much joy. He didn't get much encouragement from his teammates. I would have been up and about, cheering me, high-fiving him. It was a brilliant shot. Sperry again's just left that a bit high on the forehand, a bit wide.
They're underway with a count of 3. Terrific conversion there from 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 with his first. And change of momentum, well, certainly a change of mat position already. Matt's gone a fair way back. And Nathan looks to have given that jack a bit, so they're going to attempt a very long end here. Just hoping that jack pulls up for him now. Just went over the lip.
Come on, going long anyway, Glid.
Minimal movement of the mat from Steve Glidden.
I think he moved it an inch.
Yeah, I think Dale said we're going long anyway, so interesting.
Well, that's the case. He could have just cast the jack into the ditch and put it on the tee.
That's right.
He hasn't gone long though, has he?
I'm not sure. This is probably 6 feet short of where it was the last end, at least.
Carlingford have picked up a shot in the middle rink. Darren Morrison rink, but surprises me, they're still quiet. As you said, Darren played an absolute howler over there.
Yeah, did you see that? It was a good
did.
shot.
And there was still just silence. So maybe that masterboard's already in their head a little bit. They need to get that out of their head. Just get around and support what's happening out there on green when there's some good shots played by their Carlo side. So.
Steve watching on from Diamond Beach. Lovely spot. You're in there, Steve, cheering on the Bulls this morning. I'm sure there's plenty of people cheering on at both sides, watching on a huge game here in the finals hopes of both clubs. Belrose 3 wins, 4 losses to this point, sitting in 8th place. And just 1 spot behind in 9th sit Carlingford. So these are the games you need to win. You need to be beating all the teams around you to give yourself the best opportunity.
Yeah, exactly right, Lee. And after this round, there's only 3 more rounds remaining. We have a look at last season and the season previously. Sort of benchmark score to make the top 5 was around that 7. Nearly guarantees you. It didn't guarantee last year, where we did have 1 7-game winner not quite make the top 5. But the year before, a 6-game winner got into the top 5. So, saying that benchmark is 7. If you get to 7 wins, you're pretty close to guarantee a top 5 position. So, both teams here basically have to have an undefeated run to guarantee finals play.
𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡𝗏, well played. Cam, another recent addition to Carlingford, was at Marylands last season and a member of their men's Division 2 Pennant State side.
Seen this a few times over this season, James Brown.
I can't help but feel like singing every time he plays a good, you know.
Oh, you got permission from Jason and I, Gaz, at any stage?
Oh, I won't take it up. That's fine. It's
Viewers,
terrible. I won't do that to anybody.
Viewers, if you'd like to hear Gary Willis belt out a tune, please put a comment in the
take song requests in the comments.
Song requests will be taken.
And it will be a screech or a yell or something like that, just like James Brown, I can guarantee you that. Nowhere near as good. Is that a fair line again? He's got a bit more pace on this,
He has a little bit. He's kicked it out that time. But look, it needed change, and it was sitting out there for someone to change it. Would have loved to have got it a bit more solid, but again, it's a new look, new angles.
Those kind of shots there, Gary, they seem to be the ones that separate the good bowlers from the elite. Just that ability to play that minimal, just arriving weight to turn heads up in a better position.
Yeah, I think it's one of the keys to playing at this level is winning ends, but you're trying to make the shot that you currently hold impossible for the other team to get. So it's not about making numbers, it's not about stacking heads and making it easier for your opposition, because you can nearly guarantee they're going to get it if you make it too easy. You're trying to make that one shot nearly impossible to get. So yeah, you're right, Lee, it's just that really good weight, turning bowls, laying bowls down, making them in a really hard position or as tough as you possibly can for your opposition to get out of it. Weight's critical. And just going back to your point too, Jace, earlier about, the final situation and, today's a big day. Basically every game from here on is a final for these two teams, so today's a final. And I'm sure they've spoken about that in their team huddle before the match. Every game's a final, so...
Great shot there. Ollie Morrison. Still on though for 𝗡𝗡𝗩𝗘 down there.
He drew pretty well with his first. Just a few inches outside the jack there now. Pretty well jack high. He can get inside his own.
Well, that's all right. He give that every chance. Just a little wide, but got some position back there now. And Ollie's got his head down with that one. He wasn't impressed straight out of his hand.
He knew it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He knew it straight away, which is a good sign.
There's not many worse feelings, is there, than following a bowl or running down after it and then it ends up metres away from the jack.
Yeah, I'll put my hand up too, Jason.
Yeah,
you let it go and you think you're close and you're nowhere near it and you think, where do I go from here?
Straight through off the back of the green to the toilet. Sorry, boys, I need to go loo break. I'm just having a loo break.
Benny Winther likes this.
Yeah,
Brett
he
Spur
does.
on a good track. He's not going to get the jack straight back to that bowler, Ben Winters that you mentioned, Jason. Sat in a good spot.
That's another big bowl by Brett Spur, doing everything he can here to get this Carlingford cheer going again. So,
Well, the other one of Winters now, we're sitting near jack high. It's going to be a slight obstacle for Dale to try and navigate. His wider bias bowls, trying to get around that black and white one at the front.
Don't think he's got the pace.
not quite, unfortunately. Jeez, what a great line too.
Oh, well, here we go. Brett Spur with an opportunity to provide even more pressure here. Either side of the yellow with good weight.
Bend.
Yeah, he's just got stuck out on that high line too.
Yeah, that area where they don't play too often. So, but has he made the draw shot for Dale a little bit more difficult there now? Dale has to be a lot more precise.
Yeah, I think Dale's just got a same line. Just focus on his weight. Either side of his bowl with good weight. And see what happens.
He's trotting up after it, Dale.
Just needs to stop.
Wants it to move. He's asking it to move. It's trying hard. Well, it's not a bad effort at all, I've got to say.
It's a bit hard from this angle to work out whether he's actually cut the other one out or not. He didn't.
Extra two there for Carlingford. Brett Spur once again moving the jack, picking up a moulder ball. 5-7 here on our feature rink, and games in round 8 already underway at all other venues. We'll give you some progress scores. East Maitland and Soldiers Point 21 apiece in that match, so nothing separating those two teams. Engadine 17, currently trailing Warilla 27, a bit short of halfway in that contest. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗘 in the local derby against St John's Park are 30 shots to 15 in front in that match. A couple of team changes for 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗘 for today's game as they look to get their first win of the weekend. Marylands, also another side seeking a first win. They've travelled over to Wenty Leagues and are leading the Magpies 28-18. And finally, the table-topping Jets. They're at home to Charlestown, but it is the Tigers, 26-25 in front of Raymond Terrace after 26 ends there. So we'll keep you up to date with those scores, and as the latest match starting time here at Carlingford. We'll have all those final scores and I'll let you know those ladder positions at the conclusion of this match later on this afternoon.
Mate, all you got now, mate.
Well, the Carlo voice is slowly getting louder, isn't it, out there? All rinks are just starting to pick up those, just winning a couple ends they are. So, as Gary mentioned earlier, it's just about them finding it, winning those ends and consecutive ends across it, and that's happened.
As you said, mate, get your hand, draw it.
Yeah, it makes such a big difference. Just win an end, you know. It gives you a little bit of confidence. Then multiples gives the whole team confidence across the board, and away you go. So still a long, long way to go in this match.
Yeah, well, I think the sparring rounds are now done.
Mate, come again, Nick. Good, opener. Good. Kev.
So here's Carlingford, that bowl of Nathan Malloy, currently holding shot. He tied in behind the jack, only a few centimetres gap. So 𝗟𝗓𝗡 tries to add to the count.
Attempt, mate, good attempt.
Well, that's probably 3 to Carlingford there at the moment. A bit of room there, though.
Come on, mate. Hi, mate.
Oh, James just turns out the shot bowl. Still 3 to Carlo, but he's been able to create a bigger target area now for Belrose to get the shot.
Yeah, I think this will be a good shot for Benny. Just get a nice, easy, well, relatively easy draw to the jack, just to find his rhythm a little bit. I think he can make a big difference to this match if he can find his range. Brett Spurs started to play a couple of big shots, got him back into the game. But if he can get Benny Winther to come with him and play a few great shots, start to find his range, it'll make a big difference in this match, I think.
They play so well together too, don't they, Brett and Ben? Of course, New South Wales State Pairs champions a couple of seasons ago, winning that title at West Dubbo.
Yeah, they really combine well. They've got good knowledge of each other's games and as people, you know, and as mates, which makes a huge difference. So when they're up and about, they're pretty hard to stop, you know. So if Benny can find his range, get a little bit of confidence, I think that will make it very difficult for Belrose on this rink.
Obviously both these club sides too in pretty good form. The big tournament at 𝗟𝗓𝗡 a few weeks ago, the four-a-side Sydney Masters, Carlingford runners-up in that event and Belrose semi-finalists. So members from these clubs well and truly at the top of their game at the moment. That was a cracking conclusion to that tournament with Aaron Wilson for 𝗟𝗓𝗡 gaining shot very last bowl on the last end of the final to get the win for
Benny's close here.
Lance.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Benny's very close here. Great shot, Benny Winther. So that takes that hand away, nearly 4. Belrose, I think we'll see a change of hands here for Ollie now.
Yeah, it's just building a little bit too, isn't it? That pressure's building a little bit.
Well, it is. There's 3 shots there, possibly 4 at the moment for Belrose.
There's plenty of room, but still, you got to do it. I don't think he has. I think Ollie's just missed under changing hands. Just missed under his line. So Brett Spur can add another pile of pressure on 𝗟𝗡𝗡 Shillington here. And just back to Aaron Wilson, he's so lucky, isn't he? Like, he's just so lucky all the time. Just every event he plays in, he just gets lucky. No, he's a quality player. He's an amazing player.
One of my favourites to watch. get to see all the shots when Aaron plays. Likes getting up and about and following bowls and making a bit of noise on the green. So
Brett Spur gets right down to Jackie. It'll be a brilliant bowl. Little tiny touch.
And he's tucked it away nicely too. Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah. He's created that target now, has it for Dale?
Front bowl.
I think those Ollie Morrison bowl at the front is going to make the direct weight shot tough.
He's just trying to draw to save here. Try and draw as close as he possibly can. He needs some turn. He's just through.
It's not a bad sider though for his first.
He's cut a couple out, Jace. I think
he has.
He's cut a couple out. 3 down.
Back to 3. That aqua and black stripe bowl of Nathan Malloy, still third shot.
Talking about Aaron Wilson now, I don't know him personally, but I just myself watch him play. Nothing phases the bloke. No. Absolutely, he doesn't seem to know pressure at all.
No, he just gets on with the job. He's spent a lot of time with Disco over the years, rink side with him and coaching and just as a mate and as a teammate as well. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗚, he's a unique character. Here we go again, Brett Spur, close. Another fantastic shot.
Love to get past the Jack,
Brett
and he has.
Spur.
Absolutely perfect.
I think we are going to see a bit of weight now from Dale. He's cut a few of the bowls out of the count with his first. He's going to try and find weight onto that black and white bowl of 𝗟𝗓𝗡 down on the inside hand of the green, his forehand.
Yeah, if he can get a piece of that and maybe a little bit of Jack movement, but anything he's going to move at this stage is going to be better than what it is. So, forehand, weight.
Given up on it early
Like
too.
it.
Yes,
That's that pressure. Yep.
It is.
So I think we're going to have new leaders here on our streaming rink, and 4 shots it is. 9-7 after 6 ends. Those teams trade 3 consecutive ends each. It was the first 7 shots for Belrose across their opening 3 ends, but Carlingford have fought back consecutive counts of 3, 2, and then that score of 4 sees them take the lead, and all of a sudden, Jace, that masterboard starting to tighten up.
Yeah, exactly. It's no longer a 20-shot margin. It's back down to around about 3 or 4, so... See Carlo pick up one in the middle rink as well. Game on now, boys.
Game on. And backed it up with a great start from Nathan Malloy. Yeah.
So now, what does Belrose do to try and wrestle this momentum back? Just got to get back to what they were doing in the first part of this game and playing just solid, consistent bowls and giving their skippers chances.
Yeah, you just start again, Jace, don't you? Just, it's all about the process. Do what you got to do on the mat. Worry about the outcome later. There's no point worrying about the outcome. Just get it right. Get the basics right. Get as close as you can. Miss in good areas. Set your skippers up. Let them do their job.
Yeah, control the controllables, isn't it? Don't worry about what could happen. Worry about what you can do.
See Vince tuning in from Leppington. To Vince, and wherever you are watching on from, late morning here in Sydney, just quarter of an hour or so before midday. And conditions ideal here at Carlingford. Low to mid-20s temperature. Green, it's about 15 seconds during their practice. Probably quickened up slightly since then, and a little to no breeze at the moment.
Not a bad time to be starting, really, Lee. If there was any dew or anything on the green, it's gone now. Probably dried right out.
Yeah, good morning, Vince. He loves his live stream, doesn't he, Vince? You see him on there all the time. Great supporter. Loves his bowls, obviously. I'd say he watches as much bowls on live stream as Dave Stockham, the Australian selector. I think Dave's like an encyclopedia of live stream games. Good morning, Stocky. I'm sure you're on there. Like a stalker of live stream or something. Yeah. Puts his homework, does his homework.
His brother Peter was coordinator here at Carlingford a couple of decades ago as well.
He was, yep. Identical twins, they get confused all the time. I spend a lot of time with Dave Stockham. He gets called Pete a lot. Sure he loves that. Great shot. James Brown.
From Brownie. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Very hard to separate. Luckily enough, when I run into either one, it's usually, if I'm seeing one of them play, it's probably Peter, being a New South Wales-based event. And if someone's on the sideline watching, it's going to be Dave.
He's just ducked under with really good weight. Just trying to take that shot away from them. Ollie Morrison's going to play much the same, I'd imagine.
That bowler Winters in a pretty good receiving position. If you're going to play just over weight, the Jackie's going to move pretty swiftly on this screen and go all the way across to that black and white bowl.
Well, Ollie's want this one to get back harder. Just go with really good weight.
Cover. Yep, another one in the catching.
Yep.
Catching area. Ben's on a higher line. Just needs some turn. Oh, it's close.
Definitely one down, mate. Get rid of it. Forehand turn. Get it clean.
They're going to attack this. They've got 3 or 4 seconds here. It's a good stroke. He's got the jack.
All good, Ollie.
Matt Lucas picks it up from the other rink and throws it back to the keeper.
Pretty good skills there from Matty.
He's like Ricky Ponting in the covers, isn't he?
Wasn't he? So,
We'll replay, and number 7. Good hit there from Ollie. Far away from the target he was after. See there on the replay, just a fraction narrower, and he would have got that bowl away. And there's Matt running around to pick it up.
Yeah, good strike, Ollie Morrison. That'll give him a little bit of confidence too. So if he has to draw on that again, he knows he's already hit one, which is good. Can Nathan Malloy back it up? Last couple of ends, he's been right on top of it with his first bowl. Really set the scene to set up a good end for the Koalas.
well, scoring continues for the Koalas. Another one over there to Ryan Burnett. They're on a bit of a run at the moment of ends.
You mentioned a couple of ends ago, wasn't it? Just a couple of scores and the odd multiple in there. He's done it pretty well again. Nathan just a foot or so from the jack. I see some of the locals coming around with some tubs of sunscreen. Expecting the conditions to get a bit warmer to help our players out. I see a couple of the former Scotsmen, Ryan Burnett and 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗏 going for the sun cream.
Yeah, they've brought them out a tub each.
They have. Yeah, they got a litre each over there. That's brilliant. Kevy's a big fella too. He needs a bit of coverage. He needs all of that, but it is a beautiful day here at Carlingford. Nathan Malloy again, good start.
He's come into his own, hasn't he, the last 3 to 4 ends, Nathan? Provided that really good start. You got Benny Winther and 𝗟𝗡𝗡 coming behind you with a start like that. It's a pretty good formula.
It's just that pressure that it mounts to when you're playing your position or playing your role well. It just sort of mounts on the next player coming, doesn't it? You know, so if you can just dominate.
You see Cameron McClure there.
Run into the jack. It's good. It's all good.
Yeah, I like that. It just changes it up, doesn't it, Gaz? That makes it more difficult for Belrose to get to now.
Yeah, well, with the two shots, you know, Stevie Glidden's missed his line twice there. Hasn't passed the jack. He's got 2 balls short of the jack now. James Brown will just look to arrive on this. He's got a bowl to sit. Little touch of the jack. He's missed his line tight.
It's a little unfortunate.
Likelihood at some stage, if things don't change, that there will be some firm weight at this. So Cameron trying to play something similar to his first here. If he can get a turn of
If he gets under
Nathan's
that bowl.
Another touch is really good. If you can touch a jack, just needs to stay on there. Yeah, two good shots from Cameron McClure.
Well, the Koalas are up and loud. Darren Morrison's just played an absolute cracker over there again to get a Belrose bowl out.
Brown, firm weight. I'd say there was going to be some intent coming soon, and here it is.
Yeah, looking at
likes it.
He's close.
Goes through that gap.
He had a few options there, didn't he?
A few edges there that would have worked, but still Carlingford, 3 to the good at the moment.
I'm trying to actually work out how he got through there, Lee, without getting it. Not much of a hole there.
And Winther, opportunity to try and turn their own forward or just take that jack-eye bowl away. Perfect would be just short of ditch weight.
Well, he's got the positive weight.
Yeah, the toucher onto the jack. It's a good shot.
Yeah,
Very well played.
Yeah, as you say, Gary, turn the toucher into the ditch. Remains in the count for 3, and all of those good angles taken away.
Yeah, I mean, now they've got, you know, the hunt up there on the backhand. Even if they get that jack, they've got the toucher waiting in the ditch, so it's a really good setup. Really good shot by Benny Winther. Ollie's going to have to pull out another good shot here for his team. They've got a bad head position. They're 3 down at least.
Let's see what the young fella's got. Gotta say, that's 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏. Has he grown? Every time I see him, he seems to be getting taller.
I always get a sore neck. Every time I've got to say good day and shake his hand. The big fella, I saw him this morning. Towers over me. Has he got the run? Ollie. Yeah, he was on a good line. Metre shy.
I was just having a good look from the front angle as to where they're going to try and draw another. Holding at least 3 there at the moment. It's where you want to draw close and you just hope you don't sit directly alongside the jack. You want to be just in front or just behind.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything too fancy, do you? You just want to draw another, just mount that pressure, just draw another shot. Good weight. 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏's liking it. He's still down on his haunches. If he's got good weight, misses, he will count. A big shot here from Ollie. And it's funny how you approach these shots too, because, again, focus on the process. The process is you're just trying to get as close as you possibly can. Don't worry about the fact that you're 3 down. You are down, so you want to be up. You don't want to leave your bowl short. You want to give it a chance. Has he added? Oh, yeah.
Minimally. Still 3, maybe 4 there to Carlingford. Things have turned around quickly overall. 7-0 down on this rink, but big conversion shot from 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏 when, remember on that 4th end, guys, he faced probably 3 against him and turned it into a 4-shot result. The teams responded from there. Nathan Malloy's come good with his first bowl on the subsequent ends.
Yeah, you're right, Lee. This is actually going to be a tough... He's hunting the jack here. Okay, this is going to be a tough shot for Dale because his bowls are actually a higher line. So the bowls coming in on the backhand are probably in his draw line. So I'd suggest he's probably got to try and reach this.
Similar weight to 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏
Yeah,
last.
I think so. I think he's got to probably reach with the line of his bowls. He's 3 down anyway, so he's got to be up.
Oh, just catches...
Yeah, that's
stuff at the front.
That's a little bit uglier now, isn't it, really?
Well, he has crowded 3 of his own there together, so he's probably given himself something to work with, but he's going to need perfect connection with his second one.
He's got to be 4 or 5 down there, fellas, hasn't he?
Yeah, I assume both the 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏 bowls count there to the left of the jack, and potentially even that toucher that Ben moved in with his first, that might also be counting.
Oh, that bowl he just turned was James Brown, wasn't it? So, yeah, it just depends where that toucher... It's hard to see from this angle how close that toucher actually is.
Brett's not going to mess around with those Belrose bowls. So he's come to the left of the screen there. He's got good weight. He'll bend around enough to count.
This is a very good bowl.
He's done it. That's in.
Definitely in. Well, Dale under the pump again. Is it his turn to get his team out of trouble and wrestle back that momentum?
Yeah, I don't think it changes his shot, does it? He's got to play a very similar shot. He can roll that same bowl of James Brown's again. Just get under that, touch a jack himself.
Just can't be sort of half a bowl narrow here. There's a couple extra opportunities on the wider side. 3 of their own bowls there to work with.
He's got the red bowl on the run. He's got to play the same shot, I think. His weight looks similar.
Yeah, it's got a wider bowl, so...
Close.
What does he get from here?
He's very close.
Get that up and through. Oh, what a bad effort, really, Dale.
It's cutting plenty out. I'll be back to 2 there now. It's a big save, regardless. Players are going to go to the measure, I think. You see there on the replay. Just wanted to be around that bowl. Probably fortunate he didn't get it onto the jack in the end. And I believe 3 shots in the end there to Carlingford. Yep, 3 shots confirmed. So,
well,
12-7. And, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a switch of positions here from the Belrose Bulls, and it's going to be James Brown moving up to play third, and Ollie Morrison back into the second position. So 4 multiples in a row, and they're not going to let that go any longer.
Well, I don't mind this positional change. James Brown's been playing really well for this Belrose rink. Let's get Ollie back to playing more to an open jack and getting back to his draw game and getting some fluency in his game. Can provide a lot of value there. James, obviously, already full of confidence in his game. So I think this is a good switch for Belrose.
Yeah, I think just the last 3 or 4 ends, Nathan's just left this one short. I was just about to give him a rap, say how effective his first bowl has been, which it has. So I think, yeah, maybe just get Ollie to try and turn the head over a little bit quicker for him just to stop that pressure mounting. So I agree with you, Jace. I think the change is good.
Steve now.
Each time Glidden's had the right weight, he's missed the line, and generally the right line and missed the weight. Hasn't been able to put both together often enough. Just giving Nathan a second look at this, and he is going further.
And once again, another good bowl in the area.
I wonder if the green's just quickening up. That's starting to turn a lot more.
There was a lot of
now
at the end, wasn't there, Lee? Yep.
Not much extra breeze, so it's all on green speed.
Well, if Glid's up, he's close here. Has he got the run? Yes, Still after 2 foot.
𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡, he did it last end. He is close again. Another good shot.
Yeah.
And let's see what effect Ollie can have with this positional change. They're interested. It's on the higher line.
Very close here.
Straight away.
Great shot. Well,
Straight away, he's made an impact.
Oh, that's a win for someone from the coaching box there that's radioed down to the sideline. Got that change, mate. 5/8's moved out to centre.
It's a really interesting dynamic, that change, or that new rule, isn't it? I mean, you're limited, fairly limited into what you can do with our game. You can change lengths, you can change hands, but that's just added a new dimension to it, and yeah, it's really good, I think. And people, and you know, they're using it well. You know, we've noticed in the games that it has been used, it has made a significant impact.
well, they're calling this one in again. Ollie Morrison has an instantaneous impact. Wow.
Very good. Hats off to the young fella, and straight away that pressure's off. Whereas before they were just under the pump all the time, weren't they, Jace? Because just the heads were building on them all the time. Let's just change that around now. So
Credit to the young man as well. To, just understood that was going to be beneficial for the team, and as you said, guys, it just gives him the opportunity to just get that draw rhythm going, and that's going to be what works best for the team. Jump into that spot and do your best. And with that jack-heading move from Morrison, you can see all those bowls now in front of the jack.
𝗟𝗡𝗡, does he get contact? Not quite. Finishes in a very nice home, though.
yeah, good effort, not far away. Give him a good sider for his next.
Third game of what's been a big weekend for all our Platinum clubs, as we are in round 8 of 11 sectional rounds here today. Weekend off next week, and we're back the following weekend for another triple header to round out those 11 sectional rounds. Things starting to take shape on the ladder. This is a match between Carlingford in 9th place and Belrose in 8th. And for the winning side, they're going to be well in the hunt for finals consideration. And for the side that misses out today, fighting to remain in that top 10, avoiding that bottom relegation zone. This is a skipper's nightmare building up at the moment, isn't it, with those wall of bowls in front.
Yeah, well, at the moment, they've only got one hand to play, haven't they? Both sides, really. Not much on offer on the other side for either side. But Jimmy just wants just to run another metre, I'd reckon.
It's not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, you're right. He's probably 2 feet short of where he needed to be, but the jack's going to get out there sideways somehow if 𝗟𝗡𝗡 attacks this. It's not an easy shot on his forehand, being a left-hander. 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 did have 2 goes at trying to draw this shot down here. He's going to stick with it. 𝗟𝗡𝗡 just going to try and get a turn out of the Nathan Malloy bowl, draw second shot or the shot. 12-7, they've just got themselves into a good little lead here, a 5-shot difference, so he doesn't need to do anything too drastic. Yeah, he is trying to... 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 has just suggested that the weight was really good for the shot, so they're trying to just turn through that Nathan Malloy bowl or 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡's last bowl. Dale with these bending bowls is try and get around the pack here, I imagine.
Where do you go here if you are Dale, Gary? Like, obviously he's holding 1, possibly 2, and as we saw on that other angle, there's not much there for Brett Spur to play to.
He'll get the turn on the forehand, Lee, so he'll try and get back to this, try and draw another shot just on the forehand. Even if he beats the two 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗃 bowls, helps.
He's looking at this very intently,
it.
so's his side.
They like it.
Just got to pull up now.
Just slip through, but not a bad spot all the same. Don't think that'll change Spurry's shot. He's still on the forehand, just looking to promote. Just promote his own. He drops a 1, that's okay. He's on the high side again.
Just up the pace a little.
That's all it was, yeah.
Dale nailed the line with his first, so just a minor correction on weight needed. Throw it out on that wide line around the pack and a chance of getting into the count, but it will be Belrose to win their first end here in quite a while.
You look at that masterboard now, it's very interesting, isn't it? Turned around rapidly.
All right, Dale now. Only got to lose 2 foot of weight. He's just about done it, hasn't he? Oh, just rolled on. What a mighty effort, though.
Yeah, 2 good bowls there, but it is a couple of shots there to Belrose. 2 beautiful draw bowls from Ollie Morrison. Gets their score moving once again. And back to 12-9.
Big chat going on here now. Fair enough, too.
If I was in that team, I'd be saying, I'll leave the jack open for you again, Ollie. And if you could just do that again for me, please, that would be great.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Stevie Glidden they just need to start to get something out of him. They need a good start here. They're going to change the length, bring this jack right up.
I thought they might. We remembered a few ends ago that Carlingford tried to stretch it out, and the jack went into the ditch, but they went back at them with another long end. So we're going to see how far this is past the minimum mark. Well, the mat will be not quite to the back of the tee. Maybe part of the mat over the tee, and we're going to get the official to come out and measure for the length of the jack. Of course, domestic rules in Australia, the jack needs to be 21 metres. So from the front of the mat to the front part of the jack.
I'll tell you what, he doesn't want to be an inch short here, especially with that mat an inch up. It's one thing I see. It's very prominent with Lee Schreiner, and he's very he communicates it really well with his lead, whoever's with him. Make sure that mat is behind the tee all times.
Can't throw tee to tee if the mat's not at the back of the tee. That's my theory.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Saw a big bowl on the far rink there. Josh Walker-Davis just got a tiny little touch of Jack was holding 4. Big shot by Ryan Burnett and killed the end. So that was a big turnaround for Carlo over there as well.
Yeah, they're really under the pump over there. That Josh Walker-Davis rink is playing very well. He's getting lots of bowls in the head, and they're under relentless pressure. And yeah, right, Jace, Ryan Burnett had to pull out another big bowl to save them from increasing that margin even further. And you're right on that mat placement. It's so important, attention to detail. I remember some of the skips back in the 80s and 90s would have absolutely crucified you as a lead, as a young lead, coming through the system if you didn't do that well. So,
and of course, when we all started bowling, the very first end of the game, the mat had to be at the back of the tee.
On the tee, that's
number
right.
1.
Correct.
Geez, that's even before my time. I don't remember that rule. Hey.
Yeah, that was the rule. You got your 2 trial ends, and then first end, mat at the back of the tee, and you'd have to go back to that same end if the first was a dead end. And restart from that same end again.
Mate, I remember going to Pennant games in ties and blazers. That's how old I am.
Horseback?
Yeah, horse and cart.
Brown shoes.
Brown shoes. Always beware the player in the brown shoes.
Be careful, Gary. I know the production team behind us does have a photo of you all dressed up.
Right.
We showed earlier in the season.
Oh, yeah, leave that one in the files. Destroy it.
Billy watching on from 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘 in Scotland.
Shot, Nathan Malloy.
How do you, Billy, and what would be the early hours of your Sunday morning back home?
Once again, another impressive start. They've changed the length, but Nathan Malloy is on it once again. Ollie just slipping through, but not a bad spot all the same. When you're down, you've got to be up. Got to give it a chance, haven't you?
Absolutely. You're not getting nothing. Foot short, are you?
See if you can just back it off a touch. Give his bowler a chance, but just a nice little toucher here would be good. Same line as he corrected. Just slipping through once again.
Some of our newer or less experienced bowlers watching on, Gary, anything that they should look to do in their own technique on a really short jack like this?
Yeah, I think there's probably, there's a couple of things to just keep in mind with your technique, depending on the pace of the green, and a good shot there from 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡𝗏 added to the count. So, yeah, probably on a slower surface, you're more upright, so you probably got a bigger step, a bigger backswing. So when you're more upright, it gives you the chance to actually get those levers happening and putting more momentum into the bowl. So more upright on a slower surface. When it's quicker, I always talk about low and slow. So getting down a little bit lower, bowl might be a little bit further out onto the fingertips in your grip just to have more touch. So all those things you can experiment with, but generally the quicker the surface is, low and slow is generally the key.
And I guess the key to it there is just go and practice that in your weekly practice sessions at your local club. Practice all lengths. Many times we see our players just go and put the mat midway down the line and the jack's similar at the other end. And
Nice shot here from Benny Winter.
That's a
Very
great
good
shot.
take that opportunity to practice all extremes, both sides of the green.
Okay.
Well, the short end hasn't really played into Belrose's hands here. Again, Carlingford, great setup.
Once again, they're applying the pressure. Benny will just look to add here.
Just needs this one to ease up slightly.
I think that's one of those ones from Benny Winter when you're trying to draw another shot, but you don't want to damage it. You don't want to set it up too much. So he's just thrown it on a higher line and pressed on it a little bit and ended up nowhere near it. Bit of a shake of the head. It looks like we're going to see some bigger weight here.
Lining up forehand.
Dale's
Can only
going to
be one
unleash.
thing.
Forehand ripping. Shot bowl.
Good hit. That's a very good bowl by Dale. Team was in trouble. The head wasn't set up nicely. There was only one option on. Nailed it.
Look at that huge backswing he's taken there on your replay. Straight onto the bowl. Jack flies out to the left of screen. Well fielded there, Steve Glidden on this occasion. Put the bowl with one foot and the jack with the other.
Might have to reach out to the Aussie selectors to come and watch some Platinum Pennant, I think.
That's brilliant. Well, look at the skill.
Had Matt Lucas with his hands, Steve Glidden with his feet.
Ryan Burnett's played another couple of big bowls over there. He has to actually score shot there for Carla. Keep looking at that because he's in a lot of trouble just about every single end. His first bowl he drew the shot, second one he drew second shot, so it's probably 3 down on the head he was. Ryan Burnett show over there at the moment.
Sticking with this short jack tactic from Belrose. They just need to execute now. Can Stevie Glidden do? They need a big start from Steve. Take that pressure off from the onset. He's on a good line. Has he got the weight?
So I'm somewhat surprised they played in the same direction. But maybe that was the choice of Carlingford. Of course, both skips needing to agree if you're going to play in the alternate way of play. And for those who know this club well, they're playing away from Pennant Hills Road towards Olympic Park and the Olympic Stadium. Plenty of things happening. I see always a busy traffic area, Pennant Hills Road. Coming past the club here, new apartment blocks going in across the road, so sure the club board and Bowls coordinator Darren have got their eye on those when they complete to have the opportunity to attract a few new members to the club. And seen some...
Malloy.
He's done it again.
I've seen some photos at this venue back in the day where a couple of drivers have not quite pressed their brakes at the right time, and the vehicles have ended up through the brick wall at the back and onto the playing surface.
You might have seen a few of those live yourself, Lee. Welcome back home to Carlo, mate. Lee Stinson.
Well, not so much home, but yeah, did have a few years here back in the mid-2000s. Came out of Blaney, and it was my first time into the city. Had 3 good seasons here at Carlingford, enjoyed every moment, and got the opportunity to experience the 1 grade pennant for the first time. Playing against the Hills and Marylands and quality clubs, Rose Hill, but they always had strong sides as well.
What's your name on the honour board inside too, Lee?
Yeah, no, I knew the engraver well, so got him to pencil that in a couple of times. Must take you for a tour later, Jason.
You'll have to get an updated photo of it, won't you, mate?
It was quite a few years ago, so we're going to have to search a fair way up the board.
It's not one of those computer-generated ones, is it? You'd have to wait half an hour for, Go back through the years.
I like that one we saw at Charlestown, Gary. How impressive were those
brilliant. The old gold leaf right. Oh, so good. Love it. Absolutely love it. Those traditional.
Massive, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
huge. Yeah. Yeah.
They've got space for another couple hundred years there.
They have. Yeah. They probably could have saved some money too, because 𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗪𝗍's name's up there about 400,000 times. Just same letters. Yeah.
Once again, Carlingford have caught the jump on this shorter length.
Second 3 there, Carlo are, and actually it might only be 2, sorry.
Yeah, I think that short bowler, Ollie Morrison's his 3rd there, Jace.
Jimmy gets inside of that. He's just through a little bit, but it's looking like it's setting up a difficult head for Belrose to score at the moment.
No strike on this time either for 𝗥𝗡𝗎𝗍𝒡𝒻 at this stage anyway.
Wow, big one in the middle there, boys. 5 to Belrose.
Winter trying to curl this one in as much as he can to take away the angle.
Well, it's one of them good bad bowls, isn't it? It's counting, but target's bigger now. Dark can get a squeeze through there with that split and get the shot. The balls are starting to roar a bit now.
There's a couple of big shots being played over there on the middle and far rinks. It's got them up and about.
Dale, he's going to try and find a line through with firm weight. Well, he did pick it out.
Great shot
too, and
that looked tough to find.
He might still be down, but he's given himself an opportunity.
I think he's still 2 down. But yeah, exactly, Gary. He's giving himself opportunity. A lot more room, bigger target area to get the shot.
We've seen a couple of short ends played from Belrose, Gary, since they've got the mat. It wasn't Carlingford's go-to originally, but would they be tempted at all with the setups that they've had to try that length themselves?
In this direction, I'd be definitely throwing this back at them. Yep, 100%.
Brett Spur.
Good shot
in
there
the
from
count.
Spurry.
That'd be 3. It's strange, isn't it, that was the Belrose tactic to go that way, but that might turn into a win for their opposition.
This is a tough shot for Dale. It looks like he's got a bit of room, but he's out in new territory. The jack's out in a new spot. Far easier for Brett Spur just to add, whereas when you're 3 down, trying to draw these shot after a little runner, it's very difficult.
Of course, he's yet to have a draw opportunity on this shorter jack. Getting the jack out of bounds last time.
A little trot up
It
here,
needs to
David.
sit something. It
Does
is
need to
travelling
sit.
through to any contact. It's not.
Yeah, and that was always the risk, wasn't it? You don't want to leave it short. You're 3 down, you've got to be up. As you say, Lee, you pointed out correctly, you hadn't played a draw shot on this length yet. A really difficult shot. Brett Spurs, same. Draw another shot, plenty of room.
This could be huge. The middle rink for Carlo dropping a 5. Spur can do a lot for the masterboard here, drawing this one in. Nullifying that 5 in the middle
Needs
rink.
to ease in here too.
It's good, doesn't he?
And they'll get behind this one too. They'll get behind this end. Bit of noise.
See what it is. Not too much
It's a
noise,
4.
but it has counted. It is 4.
Oh.
So the big scoring continues. 9 ends played and 25 shots scored. So we've had 2 counts of 4 for Carlingford, a count of 4 for Belrose, and 2 threes for Carlingford as well.
Platinum Pennant. It's following in the footsteps of the NRL. No defence, all out attack. That's quite exciting, actually.
Certainly no defence by your Cronulla Sharks last night,
Oh,
Jason.
come on. Do we have to talk about Canberra?
Well,
Oh,
we're
please
just trying to
don't,
even
please
up.
don't.
You were quick to point out to Gary and I the other night about the Raiders' performance. So
Yeah.
1-1, we'll take that as. And we just said the Carlo guys getting together. We'll see what their thought process is. Whether they go back the shorter length, and Matt's taken to the back of the rink, and Ben Winther standing only a metre or 2 past the minimum line. Pennant Hills Road end. So Jack's just gone about 3 to 4 metres past minimum, so 24, 25 metre length. Just saw James Brown on camera there, so lining the jack up, so it's still short of the marked line.
Just a little thing that you probably wouldn't have seen at home, but just tactically, just the little things make all the difference. So obviously they dropped to 5 in the middle rink. There was a lot of noise made to get Belrose back up and about. There was a big shot played on the next rink. Noise again, just building that presence. But then when Carlingford got this 4 over here, Brett Spur really pumped the team up right across. He made sure they heard it right across on the far rink. Come on, boys. And then they take notice. They have a look. Oh, they've got a 4. That's good. That lifts them. But then Benny Winther followed it up by telling the scoreboard attendant 4 or 5 times that it was 4. Like he was just showing everyone 4, 4, 4, So just those, it's all sportsmanship. And that was, it's nothing wrong with that. Just letting everyone know we're back in it. It's okay. Yep, we're in the hunt. So just tactically really good, gamesmanship and teamwork, I think.
A bit of a change here from Glidden as well. Just come to our commentary side of the rink. Just trying to find consistent lines and weight. Bowl's not hooping away as quickly on this
Tell you what,
side.
it's worked for him, hasn't it? That's a lot better setup from Steve Glidden. One of his better ends in recent times.
That's probably the best 2 he's played, Jace, to be honest, with all due respect. And as you say, Lee, that's a good change. Just have a look.
This bloke at second has been very effective, and again,
kick on the jack there from 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗏.
Yeah. He's played a good seconds role. If he hasn't got the target, he's finished in that spot behind. Perfect seconds role.
Yeah, he certainly has. And, I haven't got a count on how many touches he's got, but at least a handful.
Ollie Morrison. Well, things are heating up here at the moment on this rink with some very precise bowls being played.
Ollie Morrison's liking the forehand in this direction. He hasn't had a bowl outside 10 inches coming this way the last couple of ends. Another handy bowl.
Yeah, good effort there as well. Couple to play to here for Ollie. Be forward to just arrive here. Any contact should be good.
They're interested. Oh, another good shot in the area.
Perfect weight for that.
He just needs to get in first here, Benny Winter. Just try and get another shot in there. Beat the 2 bowls of Ollie Morrison at least. If he can turn that jack around himself, would be very, very handy.
Just under with this one. Had the nice weight to do it.
Oh, he's finished it not a bad.
Yes.
Oh, he just slid. Yeah, I thought if he got to the red bowls, really, really good home, but still handy there.
Chance here for Brownie with his first. Turn the bowl behind the jack. Once or twice. Sit 4.
Just missed on the high side. And Winter, weight was perfect with his first bowl. He can replicate that, just correct his line. I don't think he has. He's under again. Another chance here for James Brown.
He's given this every
Looks
chance.
quicker. Yeah, it looks quicker than the last, so stay out on the wider side.
Yeah, and it's always a bit of a trap, isn't it, on those shorter lengths? Just changes your angles up a little bit. You just play that extra weight. It's easy to miss high on those short little lengths.
I'm sure he knew he was trying to turn that bowl as well, so gave it the weight, but he just overdid it. So you can get to that shelf of bowls first.
He's looking at it, but he's just going to slide under.
Yeah, they can't get out there, can they?
3 in a row for Carlingford. Really good speed. Missed the line. No. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 bowls here from 𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗡𝗗 will turn back. Just past draw weight. Try and get a lift out of that aqua bowl of Nathan Malloy's in behind the jack.
A little bit more than
They're
past
interested.
the draw weight. Does he get all the way back? He's put an Ollie Morrison bowl in a good home, though, hasn't he? Got a lot there catching as well, the Bulls have.
Brett Spur away again on his backhand. Just overweight now.
Yeah, it doesn't change his shot now, Dale. He's got the 3 backwards against him, so he can't afford to go any bigger just to chip the bowl out. He's just got to try and take its place.
He's looking at it intently.
Here it comes.
Asking for it to move.
These are the Bulls that hold on, though. So keeps 1. Was trying to get that bowl away to get a couple extra into the count. So they hit double figures as well. 16-10 the score line, and Seedale has gone back in the rink. They've abandoned that short jacket plan straight away. Had a couple of goes, didn't pay off. So
Plan C.
See the masterboard now, all level.
Yeah, that big difference, that middle rink there, Jason. I think it's been the last two ends. Darren Morrison has been on fire early stages of the game. He has missed both opportunities last two ends when they dropped that number, and then he missed with his last bowl just then too. He wasn't far away, but that's made a big difference in that middle rink and the scoreline overall.
Speaking of score lines, we'll go around the grounds for an update from the other matches here in round 8 of the TAB Platinum Pennant. And Soldiers Point 37 lead East Maitland 31, 3/4 of the way through that match. Warilla 52-25 ahead of Engadine. About the same progress there. Cabramatta surging away, 50 shots to 30 in front of St John's Park. Big turnaround there for the Bull Ants, and might be the end of the 6-game winning streak of the Saints if that continues on that path. Maryland's 42-29 in front of the Wenny League's Magpies. 41 ends completed in that match. And one further end, 42 ends played, and it's still Charlestown 39 away from home ahead of the undefeated Raymond Terrace Jets 35. And guys, we saw with Raymond Terrace on Friday night, they're the masters of the close win, and they look like they're in for another nail-biter there at home today to Charlestown.
Yeah, well, Raymond Terrace at Raymond Terrace is no mean feat, I tell you. So hats off to Charlestown at the moment, I've got to say. But keep an eye on that, see how Raymond Terrace react. As you said, undefeated. By all means, probably haven't really hit their straps either, but know how to win those tight ones.
Yeah, a little ways to go just yet, but that sort of results as they stand at the minute. It looks like the top 5 will sort of just change places within that top 5. Pending something drastic happening.
Yeah, we know on the ladder we will have the same top 5 at the end of today that we do have, but yeah, potential for some positional changes, and then sides just out of the 5, Maryland, Soldiers Point and Belrose, all looking to get a lot closer. And you know, for those sides, as well as Carlingford here at the moment, they'd love to see a couple of those top teams get knocked over. Just help narrow the gap. Looks like Cabramatta, who are currently in 5th. They're beating the 2nd place Saints, so they'll confirm their place in the 5 as well at the conclusion of 8 rounds. Of course, we were the latest game starting here today in round 8, so we will have all those final scores for you throughout our coverage and give you those up-to-date ladder positions at the conclusion of today's game.
Longer length, seeing this head left a little bit more open, it has.
3 or 4 shorter jacks in a row, so players just trying to reprogram to the full length.
The length definitely worked in Belrose's favour there by 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗡, missing both times. He's been all over it, Nathan has. So definitely a good change of length to take his effectiveness out of the match.
Feel free to change if you like.
Benny Winter also missing, so fair bit of room there too for Belrose at the moment.
Brown switched over to his forehand.
Has he got the legs? Just hang about, Jack High. Just left it shy. I've got to say, I'm feeling for the 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡 club at the moment. Poor buggers. Just no worse feeling. They're a good team. They're a really good team, and to not have a win on the board at the moment, that's tough. And I hope they can turn that around with a couple of wins before the season's out.
Yeah, we said in coverage yesterday, Gary, that looked across the rinks there, and experienced players like Sean Ingham and Wayne Rudiger as their marquee players, and plenty of current and former state reps throughout the sides. It's the Ian Johns, current New South Wales female state representative, and plenty of others across all the different age categories for the men in that side, current and former as well. So it just shows how tough the competition in that the side with that calibre of player just can't quite get across the line.
Got a good young group of, which could be a good nucleus for them for future years too. Connor Freeman, Lockie Thompson,
Jordan Thompson.
Jordan Thompson. They've got a good young nucleus there, and
Good effort, mate. Well played.
from the 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡𝗡 point of view, they want to be holding on to them blokes and build their team around them.
The Josh Carneys, the Callum Murrays, they've got a really good crew there. So it just happens, though, like you say, Lee, the calibre of the competition. It's the nature of the beast, and you've got to be on your game, and it's tough. It's very tough. So
𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 now gives this one every chance. Just found the gap though.
The only thing they are lacking at the moment was probably that real loud on-green leader. We hear plenty of noise here from both Belrose and Carlingford today, and they were just slightly lacking that in the game yesterday. And unfortunately, we did say though, as soon as they get their first win, it wouldn't be surprising if they backed it up with 2 or 3 in a row. Just to get that monkey off the back and take all the pressure away.
it is a lot of pressure, isn't it, when you got the big donut on the board and you're trying everything you possibly can and just can't get the win. So Dale here looking to add another.
He's wanting this to get back. I think he will get back. It's just down to speed.
Just hasn't got there, has he?
It's not quite there, yeah.
You want to look? Any second.
Yeah, he did have everything to play for there, Dale, too. A little touch of the jack would have been great.
So Brett Spur's going to get after the shot bowl here.
Well, he's walked away from it. Does not look impressed at all with that.
One shot.
One to Belrose. So a big bowl on the far rink. The Bulls roars up and about at the moment.
He sat right on top of that jack over there in the ditch, Jace, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. I think, there
John
might be a
Camp
bowl
hit
width.
the jack into the ditch.
Yeah.
And we're 16-11 here on our feature game. You see on the master board, all square. Just a reminder, 7 points to the side that wins that board at the top of your screen. 1 point each for the respective rinks. 10 points up for grabs. And these two sides separated by only 8 points on the ladder going into today's game. Carlingford with a win here have the opportunity, depending on rinks and margin, to overtake the Bulls on the ladder.
Once again, the hand change for Steve Glidden is paying off. Another really good handy bowl, another good start. Nathan Malloy sticking with the big bender. Finished jack high, just metre tight. Just under a metre tight. Easy to do on that side. I don't think that side's going to get any narrower, Jace, either. So
No, not at all.
probably something they need to keep an eye on too.
Yeah.
If Steve keeps this up.
Well, this is exactly what we said earlier Belrose needed, was to get Steve in that game, providing a more solid foundation up front, and it's happened. Nath now. How's his length here?
Yeah, he's played a great shot here. That's a good shot.
He
Nathan
has
Malloy.
played that very well. One down, but it's good setup.
There's so many leads would have changed hands there, not having direct access, but Nathan knowing the importance of just maintaining his rhythm on that wider side of the green and played a very good bowl. Very tight second shot.
Ollie Morrison now. Played this very well.
Ollie was going pretty good on the forehand, so the backhand isn't too bad either, obviously.
He's enjoying that freer run to the jack, isn't he, since that positional swap. So
If you are just joining our coverage here early afternoon, Ollie Morrison started off in the third position, but 4 ends ago now, Belrose made the positional switch and he and James Brown traded places. Belrose have won 3 of the last 4 ends since that swap was made.
Yeah, another great shot. Another very, very good shot, Ollie Morrison.
he's a little bit disappointed in himself there, Gaz. He's just had a look at him live view and it's a great shot. You know, me and Lee Stinson be high-fiving ourselves with that, but
He knows another 6 inches, he's all over that and puts it in a
Absolutely.
really good spot. He's played 2 rippers though, all the same.
don't know if this one's going to get down enough. No, not quite. So for James Brown, it's just a matter of probably turning Ollie over. He can get inside of it and get a little bit of jack as well and close this right down, but a few options down on that hand. I think the ideal result is actually turning through Ollie.
Yeah, I think if he can get that bowl on its run, just get it in front of the jack, hide that jack away, make it even harder. That's ideal. He's not far away.
Yeah, they're looking at it.
He is not far away here. He can play an absolute cracker here, James Brown.
He
Good
has.
shot. What a great
That
shot.
is superb bowling by James Brown.
Probably stuck it out there a little bit more than he would have liked to, but it's 3 or 4 shots all the same.
Bends it in nicely, doesn't he? It's right to the middle of the jack.
And he gets a little touch off the Ollie Morrison bowl. Probably would have made it even better, but he couldn't have played it any better. It's a really good shot. Pressure back on the Koalas here. Benny Winther, what can he do? The big bending hand. He's trying to get as close as he can. It's close.
It's very close here. Ben Winther, what a shot. Superb. 4 down on that head. Turns it around for Carlo. Brilliant execution.
Okay, so Belrose Bulls have 4 seconds. James Brown swinging weight in the forehand for the jack of the bowl.
Looking for it. Oh, he was unfortunate, wasn't he?
A touch and misses the jack. He's back to 4 shots. A good hit.
Yeah, some great bowls played there. Yeah. Ollie Morrison drawing 2 crackers. Jimmy Brown with the first trail. 4 down. Ben Winther drawing the shot. Great display of all shot play there.
Do those good ones count, Gary, even though the end's out of play? Can you keep them in your little personal scorecard?
I'd be counting it, 100%. If you're that skip and you're trying to pray that your third's going to get you out of trouble every day of the week, yeah, take it every day of the week.
Are there many stats kept, Gary, at your high performance level when the Aussie sides go away for big games?
100%. Yeah, there's a lot of data kept these days, and I think there's a few different ways of looking at it. So there's the selection piece, obviously, is a big component. You know, we look at stats and wins, losses, percentages on effective bowls, all those types of things that go into that equation. Or that facts-based evidence, if you like. I'm a big fan of facts-based evidence as opposed to another great shot here from Steve Glidden.
Well, we're probably guilty all as players, aren't we, of remembering 2 or 3 really big bowls that have been played in the game, either good or bad, and just keeping those in our mind. And, you know, as you say, when you look at the numbers, it might tell a slightly different story.
Yeah, it is. It's really interesting. And I think, you know, you've got to get to a point where you can actually accumulate a lot of the data to start to then coach and give feedback to players to help them work on their strengths and weaknesses and all those types of things. So it's a huge part of our game, Lee, and something that's evolving. I think AI is very interesting now. There's a lot of apps and stuff being developed, you know, that making things a little bit easier to automate all of this stuff. So obviously at our level with the Jackaroos, we've got some programs that we use and platforms that we use to collect all of our data. We've also got a lot of reporting to do. So when we go in to talk to the AIS around funding and great shot over in the middle rink from Darren Morrison. The whole team went up, lots of noise. Yeah, it's super important for us to be able to follow that up again with that facts-based evidence of where we're measured at, where our improvements are, what we need to help us improve. So, yeah, huge part of the game, and I think the future of the game.
And I guess like most other things within the sport, some of our players probably absorb that more than others, or would like to know some of those numbers more than others. Some go on feel, others would like that data to improve their own game.
Yeah, 100%. I think until, like I said, until we start to accumulate enough data to really inform the players well, educate them on how we look at it, how it's pulled out to identify. Great shot again, Ollie Morrison. Set up a bit of a target, but he's in the area again. He's hardly been outside a foot coming in this direction. So there's different players. Some players don't want to know anything about it, and we don't go anywhere near them knowing that it's going to affect their, the way they're approaching a game. So we're understanding of that and totally supportive of it. Others want all the information they can possibly get, so they want all the feedback they can get, which is fantastic. They're sponges for information. They want to get better, constantly better, particularly at that level, They're constantly asking questions. So, no, it's horses for courses and treating individuals the way they want to be treated and given that feedback.
With your AI and your data collection, I'm just thinking if Jason or I ever make the squads, is there any negative numbers that can be fed into the program? Can you get minus percentages?
There's lots of red, There's black and red, fellas, and us three sitting behind this desk would be a lot of red, I think.
Get the multicoloured pen out.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, Jason and I, we've usually got the red line, the direct red line through our names.
Yeah. Usually good leading into the first round, mate. I can push myself into a side, but after round one, I get a red line, I do. Based on facts and evidence too, so.
Curse you, data. Curse you, data.
Absolutely.
We see Belrose, pretty good setup here at the moment, holding a couple. Sure at some point through the end we are going to see some weight played by the Carlingford
shot on here for James. If he can get a turn out of Ollie Morrison's bowl, this will change this right up.
Speed's good, Jason, too.
It is, isn't it?
Or even sit right in the middle of the two bowls. Fades under at the end.
Well, he's going to count, though.
Yep. He does.
Go nice and early here for Carlingford, even if they clear some of those bowls away at the front.
Possibly 4 down there, Lee.
On the draw, the best they're going to realistically achieve is third shot.
Yeah, I think he's either just searching to disturb the head and leave his bowl as a backward if he misses. Nothing past the jack that I can see.
Narrow,
but
rather
he's firmer.
wider.
He is firmer. He's happy to lose his bowl. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Wow.
That is...
Wowee.
An anomaly of our game that we probably haven't seen, actually.
Forward, it stayed on its edge.
Everyone out on green is absolutely perplexed at that.
Have a look at that on the replay. That's curled all the way around the back.
Looks like an old school wooden bowl turned back that far.
And Ben Winter joked to his skip, wondering why he didn't get the hat raised for that effort.
I think that hat's stuck to Sperry's head, is it? Only way he could get it. That was amazing.
Sure if he made shot or not. Close, though, between those two bowls. James Brown asked for a cover one behind.
All right, what's your next trick, Ben Winter?
So it is still one for Belrose. Confirm there the players as Winter comes down to...
Both teams having a little bit of joke. Benny Winther's come down and apologised. They've all tipped the Belrose boys tipped their hats. At least they're still holding shot. That's one consolation they can take.
This is true. Could come into the end of season highlights, that shot, I think. I'm sure the amazing staff in the media team, Bowls New South Wales, will be able to put some light on that shot and get some interesting content out there. Wonder if they can get it in the coaching manual for the Jackaroos too.
Oh yeah, replicate that one.
And Winther now. Wow. There's a lot going on there and just got a thread, didn't he? Just got fresh air down through there, unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a great deal more. There's not a great deal more that Dale can do here other than get another bowl in the area. I think James Brown's got the back covered pretty well. I think he just needs another bowl in the area just in case 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 does happen to attack and get both of those bowls.
Yeah, good point. Well, pretty high line. I think he's just trying to load that back up a bit more, and that might change 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡's weight then.
He's trying to cover for that splash jack, isn't he? Yeah. So
Brett might want to go as big here because jack movement back and he's 3 down, where he's only 1 down at the moment. So
I think it's two choices. You either go big with your first one and then you can damage control with your last, or you're right, Jace, he just sucks it up.
Take your medicine, so to
Take your
speak.
medicine, yeah, yep. See how he lines up here on the mat. He's in 2 minds here. He's going to go. He's got to go with his first one. He is. He's going with his first one to try and...
He's in an area. Any contact? Well...
Yep, that's Steve Glidden, maroon bowl. He's going to now hold shot.
1 down to 1 down, and he's given himself an opportunity to draw the shot. So, good result in the end for Carlingford.
Brett's actually ended up with a back bowl out of that too.
You see on the replay there, his bowl just ran through there and kicked some other things to the back.
Yeah, so it probably just makes you think from Dale's perspective where you put this. I think he's obviously going to try and draw a shot, try and draw as close as he possibly can. But if you can draw a foot toucher...
Well, he's out into that area that hasn't been used.
Yeah, new grass out there, fluffier grass, no track. Just left it behind. This is really interesting here. How many seconds have they got?
They could possibly have 2 seconds there, Gary.
Well, that backward now, it gives him a chance to attack
Players
that.
are just looking to see whether that 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗡 bowl is out. And that,
okay.
I think James Brown did indicate that it has finished outside the boundary of the rink.
Might attack this if I was him.
He is.
He's attacking, yep.
I think so.
Yeah, he's got everything going for him. He can even get the other bowl of Belrose.
Goes.
Yes.
What a shot, 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗡. 2 massive shots.
He makes 2. So they extend our lead. You see on the replay there, went nice and quick at the shot bowl, got it away, missed the jack.
It's a great shot, and you can see if he gets a slightly slimmer angle, he gets that yellow, he would have made 3 out of that. That's a great shot. He's played 2 rippers there, 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡. Got the jack out with his first, and then the bowl clean as a whistle for 2.
See that masterboard now. Carlo just pushing to a 7-shot lead. 46-39 after 38. Still a long way to go, but...
Seesaw battle, guys, hasn't it? We saw early on Belrose get 15 or 20 in front. Carlingford fought back, and Belrose got away again, but Carlingford's turn as
Ryan Burnett is under the pump. Once again, he's running and missing.
.46.39. Certainly no clear winner decided in this game.
Steve Glidden just goes through there, finishes at a good home though.
You'd ask a little bit, Lee, about, what's the best hand to play, the wider hand or the slightly tighter hand. You'll find that characteristic a lot, on tiffies and stuff. There'll be a wider hand, naturally wider hand, and a slightly tighter hand. And I don't think there's no real answer. You play the best hand. So whatever hand's reacting the best, whatever hand you can consistently hit the centre line with is generally the one to go to. So whatever you find early on is the key, but also be open to change. So I know one little tactic that my former coach told me many, many moons ago, Ken Woods, who played for Australia, always said, start off on the wider hand because generally you'll find your weight quicker. But that was just one little tip that he gave me that I've always carried through, because you always know that you can actually get back to the centre line. So if you can find your range on the wider hand, was always good.
Yep.
But sometimes the tighter hand's a better hand. So you've just got to find in the roll-up's really important. Have a look what line you can get back to on which hand to the centre line and run with it until you need to change.
Potentially different for different bowls within the team too, Gary. I know obviously playing quite a bit on the indoor at Warilla. Some players' bowls react differently, and what might be good for you on the forehand is better for a wider drawing bowl on the backhand, for example. So
100%, yeah. And then tactically, so you've got to work out how that you get forced into a hand. So sometimes you just have to play it. But just find the hand that works for you and persist on that until you need to change or you don't find it. Conditions come into play too. A breeze might pick up or a hand might change through the game. If a green dries out or you get rain, just be prepared to change.
Ollie's on a good track here. He's been playing some great bowls. He just needs to run this now.
He's counting
up
again.
To that, he is counting again. Played some really consistent, solid bowls here. He has last 4 to 5 ends.
Yeah, I think as we discussed earlier, he's just taken that pressure off, hasn't he? So he hasn't let Carlingford build heads on him. He hasn't let them build that pressure because he's just always consolidated. If Steve Glidden's missed, Steve's got better over the last few ends, but if he does miss, Ollie's always there to back him up and do his job.
Calling this in, he is Spurry, he likes it. Ben Winther just slides on through. Geez, that whipped toward that last foot, didn't it? It was all over the jack.
Yeah, Benny Winther's using a 3.5 Optima. And he's getting some turn out of them, that's for sure.
He's certainly not a huge bias bowl either, Gary. Really, are they more in the mid level of bias?
Yeah, yep.
Shows how free the green's running. We had up in the graphic earlier on the green at 15 seconds. I think that will have quickened up throughout the course of today's game. Watch this bowl just turn right back to the jack at the end.
That's right on top of it. James Brown, that's a great shot. Well, we may see a little bit of weight into this maybe, unless Benny Winther's confident of the dead draw. He's sticking with the dead draw, but look at that.
He likes it. He's on the hunt. He likes it. Will he turn as much as he's first?
Get back now. Well, he's just slid through again, hasn't he? Give him chances. You're only talking a foot of weight. Opportunity now for Belrose.
3 or 4. He doesn't want to make it any fatter here. They've got a really good setup. If he can just draw another shot, leave a hole and count. Yeah, he's just a bit wary. I'm sure he's a bit wary of that. His weight's perfect. He knew he didn't want to set up and fatten up a target. Just tried to draw on the high side. He didn't get the turn out on that slightly fluffier grass out there that hasn't been used as much.
Yeah, for the first time, we see one of the skips go back to the mat, facing a count against them. It's been a common theme in this game, hasn't it? That the team that's got in first has usually added multiples in there and put the opposing skip under the pump.
What can Brett Spur produce?
Well, he's played a few running shots recently, so he's back on the draw now.
Oh, he's liking it, guys.
He is liking it, isn't he?
He's on a good line. He's
They're
turning
asking
back.
us to pull up. He's bent right back in. Brett Spur. Does he stay with it? Not sure.
Wanting his bowl to drop down, it hasn't quite. So I think we'll still see at least one there to Belrose.
Wow, it's a magnificent bowl, isn't it?
Benny Winther nearly threw his back out trying to ride that bowl down. Then he gave it everything. Still couldn't get it to lay down.
See where his bowl ended up. If he had got the jack in the centre, he was only bringing it towards Winther's black and white bowls. But he certainly reduced the count.
Dale now, he'd love to get down to the Brett Spur bowl, and he can with this wide turning bowl that he's using today. Just hung that out a little bit though. Dale.
More and more as this green gets quicker, it is certainly turning at a greater degree down the centre of the rink than it is out wider. Once you turn back towards the centre line, the ball really starting to get right across the jack.
So Brett Spur will look to arrive. Similar sort of weight, just over the draw, under the James Brown bowl, through his own bowl. He's got chances here.
He's following it. These players don't follow bowls unless they think they're close.
Get back down to the shot bowl.
Well, flopped backwards.
Falling out against the bias and made
And
shot.
Made
fingers
shot.
up.
Well, if he had have found the jack, he was going to bring a huge count in, but terrific bowls there from Brett. And it just laid back.
We had no idea what was happening in the commentary box. We had to wait for the reaction from the players. They didn't know until it fell on its back. It's made shot.
Seeing Brett Spur at his best. We've seen recent ends. He's had to play some positive shots and drives. This end comes back to playing that dead draw and has absolutely nailed it.
Just trying to look here, Gary,
Class
whether there's
player.
any angles on our side of the rink, the forehand.
I think he's got a big risk here if he plays overweight of losing a lot of his bowls.
Wow. He's more than overweight, mate, I think.
He
He's
is
going
unleashing here,
massive.
and this could be dangerous.
Just catches one of his own, so we'll see what that's brought into the count.
Yeah, I think even if he got that front bowl of his own, he could have potentially got all three clean. He would have been 5 or 6 down there, so he's probably got out of jail a little bit just to drop a 2, but in the mix of things, that's big on the big board.
Yep.
Just caught the edge there, you see, of their nearest bowls, so without moving the jack, both of the Brett Spur bowls count. That's a huge turnaround. 3 down when he stepped onto the mat.
Yeah.
Well, he's done
Could have been the end that Belrose needed to narrow the gap, but goes the other way.
He's played a superb skips role as Brett Spur. He was one that got this Carlo rink up and going after being 7-0 down early, playing some big bowls. Couple of big drives previous, and this time 2 dead draws for shots. On fire.
Yeah, his last 4 bowls, Jace, you know, he's turned that head over last end going down this direction. Turned that into a 2. As Lee said, 3 down. Turned it into a 2. You know, he's gone from a, potentially a 7-8 shot deficit to 4 shot advantage. So huge bowls played by Brett Spur.
As you said, Jace, it was Belrose early on 7-0 on this rink, so 20 shots to 4 in favour of Carlingford since that point.
See who else is doing a job is Ryan Burnett over there now. Now 19-10 behind. He was close to 16 shots behind, I think. 15 or 16 behind there at one stage. Now got it back to 9, so he's doing a job for the masterboard for his side as well over there.
hence why they've gone into that double-figure lead now, 51-40. It appears as though something's going to need to change for Belrose. We've got 3 scores there at the moment on the rinks that have gone to a significant advantage for either side. Take either the Josh Walker-Davis rink to extend their lead, or 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗡 or Matt Lucas's rink to narrow their respective scores to get back into the game.
Yeah, once again, it's not about numbers. They don't need to chase numbers. They just need to win ends. That's all they need to do. Ones will help. Right now, ones will help, and multiple ones will do the trick to get them back in this match.
Good crack, mate. Good crack.
𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗏 rink has battled throughout the course of the season. Just the 1 win up to this point. A couple of draws, and they've only had a negative margin of 2 shots. So 1 win, 4 losses. Shows that when they have lost their rink, they've kept things pretty close. There's been 4 very narrow losses in those 2 draws, alongside their 1 rink win. For Dale, also with a couple of draws, and 2 wins and 3 losses on his rink as well.
Good effort, Cam.
Nice little crowd in here at Carlo too, boys.
There is this afternoon, isn't there, mate?
Beautiful day. It's brought them out. Got some marquees up here, and they're all enjoying some food and some beverages.
We're here on opening night of the season for TAB Platinum Pennant, when Carlingford played host to 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗧, and there was a sizable crowd for that Friday night game. And yeah, I think the club had sold a few corporate hospitality packages as well, and had a few of their sponsors down here on opening night as well. So yeah, great to see clubs more and more starting to look at that opportunity to give something to their members.
I'm loving the Saturday matches we've done, Lee, recently. Yesterday, Wenny Leagues, the week before at St John's Park, where they've incorporated their normal pennant, their lower grades. They're starting at their 1 o'clock time slot. Platinum Pennant followed into 4:35. Every venue we've been to, St John's and Wenny, their Platinum players are there cheering on their other Pennant teams. Platinum starts, those Pennant teams are coming across and supporting them. I've really loved them atmospheres recently on those Saturdays.
Yeah, it's good, Joe. So I played Pennant yesterday at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 against St John's Park. So we had a home game. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 had a home game. So everybody that played Pennant stayed on, 3 or 4 grades stayed on and watched the game. So there's a big crowd, but everybody from St John's was rushing back to get over and watch their home game too. Yeah. So it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Good to see the clubs buying in and getting their members to buy into the whole concept as well, you know. Good club culture, team culture. But the best thing I've seen, is the Platinum Pennant getting there and supporting those Pennant games earlier in the day. It's going to be a big boost for those other Pennant teams.
Benny Winther, he'll get the turn.
What a shot.
Good shot.
Well, of course, Jace, that included the self-appointed grade 7 super coach for Wenny Leagues, Franklin Fong.
Oh.
He was out cheering on the 7 side. He told me he was a side manager. Still haven't had that confirmed from Cameron Curtis, whether it was self-appointed or a position granted by the club.
What a character that boy is.
Good on him. Good on him.
Loves Wenty, doesn't he, Franklin?
He does, absolutely.
Very passionate.
Just the way the coverage went yesterday too. They were the last rink to finish, and their last end killed 3 or 4 times. So he had plenty of TV time, Franklin, yesterday.
And loving every minute of it. I saw a really cool picture on Facebook too this morning of the Raymond Terrace Jets. They were on the live stream, and all their teammates had finished Pennant, obviously, and were all sitting in the club watching the live stream. That was good. Yeah. So it's awesome.
That's through his first one there, Brett Spur. Obviously saving his best until he's under pressure again.
Oh, that's just adrenaline from Spur. He's still rushing from the last 4 he's played, isn't he?
We'll be up at Raymond Terrace with our coverage in a couple of weeks' time for round 10. It'll be a Saturday game. And with that one, Jace, there'll be a 6 o'clock start on the Saturday evening just by green space up there, and all the other Pennant sides that they got, they just can't fit them all on.
Wow, that's going to be an amazing atmosphere.
So they'll host Marylands on a Saturday night.
Dale going big here. Looking for the jack. He's nailed it, and
he's ran through. Might have just gone out of bounds. It has.
It has. They're kicking the bowls back.
I think he might have hit it twice.
He did hit it twice.
I'll see here on the replay. Kicks the jack. Looks like he's going to follow it out to the right-hand side of the screen. Bounces. Well, it's just bounced off the backboard.
It's bounced off the back and come back into play, hit his bowl on the way through and knocked it out of bounds.
It's a bit unfortunate, isn't it, really? It could have been sitting right next to that jack in the pit.
He could have, and he did have the back bowl.
Wow.
Good direct hit, though.
He was under the pump too. He was 2 down, wasn't he?
Yeah. Got the target. Didn't quite land as he would have liked, but much better set up than how things were.
Yeah, said earlier, Lee, that atmosphere will be sensational at Raymond Terrace next week. I hope you've got us in a sound box, or in 2 weeks' time, I should say. Hope you've got us in a sound box, because it gets loud in that hangar.
Good spot to be. Lucky enough to be there watching on in season 1. It was a Friday night on that occasion, and the place was pumping. I'm sure it'll be no different when we're there in a couple of weeks. Raymond Terrace taking on Marylands, and now at the moment Marylands, our defending champions, sitting outside the top 5. 3 wins and 4 losses for the Magic, and I'll look to come home with a bang. We said earlier they're in front today against Wenty Leagues, so they'll draw closer to them. For these two sides here, Carlingford on that last weekend triple header. They'll host Warilla and St John's Park over the first 2 days before an away game at Marylands. So a tough fixture list still to go for the Koalas, with all those sides fighting for finals places. And Belrose, they'll be at Raymond Terrace the night before we get there, Jace, on the Friday evening, before coming back to Sydney for 2 home games against Charlestown and Wenty Leagues.
There's a bit of banter going on over the far rink, and it's banter between Ryan Burnett and Kevin Anderson. Ryan Burnett's getting stuck into Kevy. A bit of fun over there. Kev had a good laugh, but they've picked up another 2 on that rink over there, so that's reduced that margin again and increased the masterboard. So, as you say, Jace, they really are doing a good job over there.
And if them 2 boys get talking, look out Belrose, because they will just dominate with their chat on that rink.
They're having a laugh. They're up and about. They're playing pretty well.
Yep. 15 shots now on that masterboard, so Belrose need to find something very, very quickly.
Speed again, mate. Speed again, pal.
Ollie.
Playing good, man. Brilliant.
It's 4 out of 4 for the Bulls here on this end.
Very nicely done, Ollie.
Saw it mentioned in the comments that the Belrose lead, Steve Glidden, always seems to have a smile on his face when he lets the bowl go. I'm sure he'd be smiling at the moment with them holding 4 shots at the minute.
I think that's the secret here on this rink. These front end of Belrose just have to keep that number pressure on Benny Winther and 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏 and just hope that they miss something, because at the moment they haven't.
Yeah, they've been under the pump and they've had all the answers, haven't they? So
Yeah. Well,
Still a good score there at the moment for the Bulls. Often you'll see in a Pennant game both sides with a 15-shot lead, but it has been the case today. It was Belrose who flew out of the blocks. Carlingford dominated this middle section of the game. Just under 20 ends to go. Needs to be a big finish from the Bulls.
James Brown just get down into this pocket and count. He's pretty close to doing it too, isn't he?
Played it really well. Yeah.
Wow, I think we're going to see some weight here now. Yeah, there'll be no mucking around with this. Try and
One of
clear
those ones,
something out.
Jace, where, either it's a firm strike at it, or try and reduce things on the draw, whatever they feel confident in.
He's going to go after this, Lee, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, try and get something out, change some angles up.
He's turned away from it. Does he
He
clear
has.
one out? He does get one, so still 4 there for the Bulls.
What are we doing if you're Belrose? Do you want to try and change these angles up, or is that you're happy with that setup? We'll see. I think James is just going to try and play similar and get another number in there.
Draw to his last bowl, ideal. Try not to be leaving angles in front.
He lays that front one down's okay too, but he's finished in a good spot here. That's good.
Absolutely.
Played it well. That
𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏, we've
could
seen.
potentially beat the second nearest bowl of Carlingford. So, yeah. Once again, one of these skips under the pump.
Yeah, but 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏's had answers so far. Let's see if he's got it again.
A couple of bowls here for both sides.
He's going big.
He's in the area.
He's in the area,
What does
all right.
he get?
Oh, he's
just
got
picks
one
one
out.
bowl.
Tell you
Jack
what,
just moved a matter of millimetres.
how did he not get that, Jack? It's unbelievable. You think if you got that bowl, that angle, you had to get the Jack or some sort of movement of the Jack.
See it here on the replay. I think it just rocks.
Oh.
Maybe it just missed it altogether.
Just got it really thick, didn't he, that bowl?
Dale
Holding 3.
just got to draw in and get them numbers, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
Not
needs
much else.
needs to make this one count. Really needs to make this one count. The shot hasn't got any easier for 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏. So if you can add another one, that'll just add to the pressure.
Weight's good enough. Does it hold?
Wider bowl's just going to get away.
Well, is there an opportunity as well for Dale? I'm not sure. The closest bowl of Carlingford's now.
He's just back to the draw now. Back to the draw. He's trying to get as close as he can. He doesn't want to give him a free kick.
He's sort of not really impressed. His body language says he's not in the area. He's quick.
Yeah,
Actually in a
okay.
fairly good area, wasn't he? So,
Big chance here.
is that Carlingford bowl worth any extra or not?
I think the one out towards Jack High on our side of the green, just on the right of where Dale is coming back there on camera. That one, also a Carlo bowl. I think it's just the draw.
Yeah, he just needs to drop a foot, touch of grass, draw another shot here. A 4 at this stage of the game would be very good.
He looks a little quick. Not impressed with himself either, he knew it. So it is 3 to Belrose, however. Much needed.
Needed that score. Narrows the gap. Back to 12 overall.
Well, Burnett's picked up another end over there. Oh, no, it was a dead end, sorry.
He killed it, yeah.
It's a dead end,
He was
yeah.
2 or 3 down again, killed it. I actually looked over there. I watched the technique of the Carlingford lead and recognised that technique.
Kevy Anderson, look at that. As soon as the bowl left his lead's hand, he started clapping. And he clapped that bowl all the way till it reached the jack. Front knocker.
And he's actually been, the last 4 or 5 ends that I've taken notice, Zach Robertson's played very, very well. And
Steve Glidden.
shot, Steve.
Brilliant.
Great shot, Steve Glidden.
One of those heartbreaker ones for the opposition where you a couple of feet overweight and just run right into the middle of the jack.
Darren, what a shot.
See how the reply is here from Malloy.
Got under, but very well weighted, isn't it? Looks like Steve's just giving this one a little bit more. Won't go astray back there.
Good. Five guys. Go, Bulls.
Two good lead bowls there. He was under a bit of pressure there, Nathan, after that first bowl of Steve Glidden, but I'm sure his side very happy with his two. I don't want to tempt fate, Jason, but it looks like we may have picked the rink that's going to finish last here.
You said that last night, didn't you? What happened?
We saw a heap of dead ends in that Kane Nelson rink. It changed things in the last third of that game, but no matter what happens, we will be covering things right through to end number 63, whatever rink that is. Get you that final score here, as well as all those other games that are taking place around the grounds this afternoon.
Good home for Ollie. So one there to Belrose at this stage. It's a little bit vulnerable, however, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the bowl's sitting up there pretty, isn't it? On the run. Little touch of the jack.
Does it get this one get all the way back to it? Oh, great effort.
Played it really well. Missed in a good area. He set Benny Winther up.
This is important here for James Brown. Just to add to it, he can actually play through that shot bowl, push it in behind, but probably ideally missing the jack and get into the back bowl. Get that position.
How's he tracking? Well, hasn't got much interest from his teammates as yet, but his tracking was at bowl.
It's only his weight, so that's his sider. Chance now, Benny Winther.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you've got to play it while it's there. If you can get this, it'd be big.
Well, he's wanting this to get back hard.
Another one in the catching pen.
Well, it is, isn't it? So
yeah, they need a bowl. It's not going to last there forever, that bowl. Need a bowl from James Brown.
Yeah, tempting fate by just having one bowl amongst a few opposition ones.
They've had a few chances to close this down.
How's his weight here? He's pointed well. How's his weight? Does he get back to him?
Just over.
Just over.
So Benny Winther, same weight, fraction tighter. Sit the bowl, little tickle of the jack, he can make 3 or 4 here. Brett Spur is down his haunches, but he's given up on it now. It's just under that line. Just trying to correct on his first one, he's just overcorrected.
Well, Dale, you need to get another one in here. The way 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏 played, that's going to look like an absolute pumpkin for him to get to.
Yeah, it just does look too good to be true, doesn't it? Any touch of the jack, the bowl's on its run.
Even if you can finish just between the back bowls and the jack.
Yeah, he's just got to get as close as he possibly can, and what happens after that happens.
So need this one to ease and
It's
turn
close.
in.
It's
He
close.
is close, isn't he?
Comes these
Dale
big benders.
gets
yeah, he's
down.
played it well.
That is a brilliant bowl and close to a counter as well. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Superb bowling by Dale.
Couldn't have finished in a better position and counting. It's exactly what they needed.
Still going to see positive weight here from Brett. Just over that draw. And maybe 2 metres through. He's got all the catches at the back.
Yeah, if you can get the right angle on the red, he can still
Just to
get
get
jack
back
movement.
now. He's close, isn't he? Is he going to get all the way back? Ooh.
Great attempt. Shaved the jack going past. That's going to lead Dale to get out to the left-hand side of screen there and
Yeah,
protect the jack.
I think it's good that I'm glad Dale came down to have a look at this, because I fear that he'll make too big of a target if he tries to get anywhere near it. He's got a pretty good two. I think he sort of needs to look at, okay, where's the jack going to go?
Ryan Burnett Rink just picked up a 3 over there, so they're doing a good job for Carlo over there.
Back within 4, that Rink now.
Spirits are high too. You see Kevy and Ryan, they're having an absolute field day.
They are.
With banter over there.
Kev's up and about. He's had everyone in stitches over there. But I think the big difference has been their front two, their engine room. Young Zach, they've been playing really, really well over there, setting them up the last half dozen ends.
Yeah, 18-5 there earlier. That Rink back to
Dale
19-15.
Can he get back to that green one?
Stays on the outside if it's important.
Yeah.
That's a really good shot.
That is a good shot. Absolutely.
That's taken away a lot of danger. If Sperry does snip the jack out through the hole, he'll probably make a 1 maybe, but out there it was 2 or 3, so he's played a good shot.
How's the line?
He's just overcorrected, the same as what Benny Winther did.
I'd see a measure here for second. Steve Glidden bowl taken out. The players fighting each other to get down and measure. It's different to what we saw yesterday. It was a bit of a standoff to see who was going to get the measure out.
1.
It's only 1. There you go.
That was actually in by a fair way too, that second shot.
Back-to-back ends from Belrose, and one for the leads there. The first bowl of the end stayed the winner.
Stuck like glue, didn't it? Stevie Glidden. 13 the diff on the big board. Nothing in it.
Still 15 ends to play, so plenty of time for things to move in either direction.
Around the grounds, Lee. Got any updates?
Can give you some scores, absolutely. East Maitland have got in front of Soldiers Point now. 3 ends left to go in that game. East Maitland 50, Soldiers Point 45.
Well, that's a big result, Lee, for both clubs, actually.
It's going to be a win for Warilla. They lead 64-42 with just 1 rink remaining to finish their last end. Cabramatta 60 shots to 45 in front of St John's Park with 10 ends to go. Wenty trailing at Maryland, so it will be the Magic that look to prevail there. 61-44 with 3 ends to go in favour of the Maryland's Magic. And the masters of the close finish. And the undefeated Jets, well, they've stormed in front now. They lead Charlestown by 9 shots with 4 ends to play.
Oh, wow. Big
They
turnaround
look like
there.
doing it again, and they'll sit with 8 wins from 8 matches potentially if they can retain that lead.
Yeah, look, quite little celebration over there too. That's going to wrap up a really good weekend for them.
So with 2 home games to come as well.
Yeah.
For Raymond Terrace.
Sounds like that 5th and 6th position will squeeze tighter though, Lee, with some of them results. So
Look like seeing Marylands, who sit outside the 5 at the moment. Appears as they'll have a win. So I'll just point a few behind.
from McClure.
So we may end up with a bit of a gap between 6th and 7th. Still 3 rounds to go. Changes can happen with 30 points up for grabs in that final weekend.
Morrison not far away again.
Wow. He has been good.
Played very solid, hasn't he?
Been good, yes. Cameron McClure, we haven't mentioned his name much, but again, he's played that perfect seconds role. If he hasn't drawn shots, he's had bowls in very, very effective areas for his team. Probably been overshadowed by the Ben Winther and 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏 show a little bit, but has definitely contributed.
Still a bit of room for the 2/3.
Did I just see what I think I saw over there? Was Kevin Anderson just twerking?
He did.
He did.
He did. Ladies and gentlemen, that's something you do not want to see.
Wash my eyes out.
Let's hope our cameras didn't catch
Yes,
that.
100%.
Don't need a replay of that one. I think it's been acknowledged by the crowd. Kev walked down with a huge smile on his face. The crowd in a bit of shock.
I think we all are, Lee.
James Brown just finishing like a couple of others. 2 or 3 feet away from the jack.
Benny Winther. Turn his own, draw the shot. He's close.
Just going to run through a little, is he?
Running, yes.
On the other side, mate. 5 hours coming up here. Roll up into them.
A chance here for Brown. Try and turn his own, or the wider bowl there of Steve Glidden's. Not sure he sent this the full way though.
He's giving himself a bit of a slap on the way down too, but
Hasn't made it any easier.
no, not at all.
Got a little chip and chase over the top.
Yeah.
Big wall of bowls at the front. See 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗏 from the other angle. Well, he's come down to look at things from the player's perspective. If we can get a shot of that.
Stun and run, he's called.
Yeah. So, stun and run means he's arriving at the backhand, I'm assuming.
Anything but that gap, really.
Oh, he's got away with this. Away with this. That was the bowl of Cameron McClure's.
McClure's bowl, yeah. They were a bit fortunate. No celebrations, no acknowledgement of it.
With all due respect, he didn't play too bad. Like, it's exactly what, they were after one of those front 2 bowls. He just probably got it a lot better and more favourable than they expected. 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏, Shillington
It's going big.
on the drive. Backhand smack.
Just nailed it. Good hit by Dale.
Retrieve the jack from the neighbouring rink. And players going to send the bowls back to the Pennant Hills Road end of the green. And we'll replay the 16th end. See it there on the replay. Could have just missed the jack and edged out the bowl, but pretty good result to get that one out of bounds.
Another end won by Carlingford, the Ryan Burnett rink.
$60-45 now after 50 ends, so alarm bells just starting to ring a little bit for Belrose here. They need something to turn around quickly, they do. So just over that. They're now over that one shot per end run rate, so to speak, so still keep it tight for now and just try and get the ones and wait for that opportunity for the multiple. They definitely don't need to be dropping anything now.
Obviously, we've been watching this rink pretty closely. And there has been some setups available where multiple counts are possible for Belrose. The big bowls by 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏 has nullified that, but they've had the setups there, so not without a chance. And as we said, with that blasted in, this rink likely to be the final one on the green. Sure, if you're doing the numbers now, Dale would like the last 2 or 3 ends on this rink and be down to only 4 or 5 behind, and feel like he has the chance to run that down.
Well, Darren Morrison's had a really good look at this. I think he might be down a few shots. He's going big.
Yeah, he's at least 2 down.
Yeah, okay. That's in the middle rink. He's got one of them out. So, Ollie Morrison.
Done it again.
It's getting boring.
Easy game, eh? Easy game.
Terrific shot. Every time they've left it open for him like that, he's right in there, nice and tight.
I've got a funny feeling that he's probably going to start in that position next game too. The value he's been giving him is quite phenomenal. A little bit of a spring in his step too, Ollie, and fair enough too. He's got a fair bit of confidence.
His weight's good again.
His indication is that he's a little bit heavier, and he did that as soon as it left his hand, so you know he's got the touch, Gary, when he's calling it right from the time it leaves his hand.
Yeah, he certainly knows where they're going, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He has counted, finished in a good spot. Cameron McClure's drawn second.
Yeah, a couple of big ones here for James Brown. And starting to run out. Try and apply some pressure to his opposition third.
Yeah, add to the count. Little touch of Jack's good. You've got a few bowls waiting just behind there. Stevie Glidden's bowls and Ollie's just behind.
Well, it's just under the grasp. Just lacking a little bit of weight as well there, Jimmy. But
Close bowl wanted here for the Koalas. Just beats that bowler. James Brown's pretty good, yeah, gives him 2 seconds.
Well, James has got an option here. Wants to give this a chance. He's not running at it, but if he could trail that jack a foot. A nice setup here for Belrose. Just giving it a little bit too much.
Yeah, I was going to say he's better off getting after this full. He doesn't want just a little foot splash of the jack, so he's up at this. 2 seconds. 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗃, what's he got?
Looking at it.
He likes it.
After it. He's got a bit of jack as well. Has it stayed in?
I think it has.
Yeah.
And
fingers up by 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗃.
plenty of room, but it is going to be Carlingford holding.
I don't know. Dale's indicated he thinks it's out. So does James Brown.
Oh, right, okay. Early call was in. Maybe it's gone a little further than they thought.
No, 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗃 has already started kicking bowls back, so...
There we go. We'll have a third attempt now at end number 16. They're so close to getting that bowl out clean without any jack movement.
I think you called it right, Lee. I think we'll definitely be the last game finished.
Great call, Lee Stinson. Good to see.
You keep saying that you're going to get it right eventually.
Nostradamus. Eh? Yeah.
You know,
We're round 8. I think we've said it every round for 8 rounds. It had to come true eventually.
1 out of 8's not too bad, mate.
Well, a bit like my tipping in this competition, and for those that haven't caught up with it, our current leader in the tipping competition, 36 points at the moment, the Gindy Kid, but a huge pack in behind on 35. So no doubt all of you are watching on at this game and all others to try and make your way up the Platinum Pennant tipping leaderboard. There's still 3 rounds to go. See quite a few within a couple of points of our leader.
Now, just tell me, is Gindy Kid getting any work done, or is he just ploughing through all the data, or,
Yeah, I reckon he's got admin rights to the tipping competition himself. So
we've got to keep an eye on this. Yeah.
I reckon there's some back-end tips being swapped and everything, to tell you the truth.
Well, the beauty is, I would imagine in the T's and C's of the tipping competition that the Gindy Kid won't be eligible for the first prize.
Great effort, Nick. Great effort.
That's
Got
right.
in first place on the ladder, but he won't be eligible for the top prize, being an employee, of course, of Bowls New South Wales.
It's probably a good thing to get out there and let other people know. So who's actually on top of the ladder then?
Well, there's 6 or 7 there, just a point behind.
Okay,
Good. Go.
good stuff.
So Gindy Kid.
So we've got Jacob, Bucko, Zodog, Punters Club, Mia Soldiers, and Prince of 2500, all sitting 1 game behind at the moment.
Right, they're all over it. Good on them. Good on them. Just an update on the far rink too. Ryan Burnett's picked up another 2 shots and now got within 1 shot. So after that huge deficit early, it's now back to 19-18 after 19 ends. So that has been a big difference in this match.
Yeah, it was 18-5 in favour of Walker Davis earlier in that match.
He's got a 13-1 run. That's huge.
Yeah, massive. Yeah.
Massive momentum swing over there. So. Ollie, pretty fair.
Yeah, it's a shame he had that other hand on a string, didn't he? That bowler, Nathan Malloy's in his track, so he switched over. Weight was perfect again.
Just got on the outside of that, unfortunately. Turns it over, so it's still wide open here for both sides. Who's going to get to it first? Ollie, big chance here. Can get a front knocker here. Be really good for the Belrose team. I think he might be just a tad wide though. Front knocker there for Belrose is worth a fair bit actually. all the bowls be in behind.
Just the weight that killed him there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Need a good close bowl from 𝗥𝗢𝗡. How's he tracking?
Tracking all right. It's just weight again.
He lands it.
He has. Cameron 𝗥𝗢𝗡.
Do enough for shot.
He's been
Unfortunate result, but
I mentioned it a couple of times. He's been the silent achiever in this rink, to tell you the truth.
Well, they say good seconds never short, and he hasn't been short much. He's run into quite a few jacks.
Yep.
Just ran into a bowl then, you know.
Yep.
Good seconds never short. An opportunity here for James Brown. Little touch of the jack. They've got plenty of bowls back there waiting. If he can start it with a toucher with this bowl, it'll be very handy for the Bulls. He is down, so there's no point in being short.
Well, how's he going? James Brown, does he get all the way to the jack? He has. He's drawn it. Beautiful shot, Jimmy.
Benny Winter looking to draw the shot back. Just overplayed that one. Same from James Brown. Same. He's not far away, is he? Just
He's liking it.
Any turn. Well played, James Brown.
James Brown. 2 there to Belrose.
still got that little trail on if they need it later on, Jace, that you mentioned.
Yeah.
He's after this. Benny with that.
Yeah, not mucking around, is he?
Bowl or jack?
He's close. He's in a fair area. He's got the bowl.
Well, gets one out. His bowl's going to stay on at the back of the rink there. You see, just pull up in front of the TAB logo.
Dale can play a good bowl here. There's an opportunity of 4 or 5 there. Lee, I think if he can trail it far enough, but does he do that with his first or do it with his second? Not sure.
I don't think you'll mind either way, to be honest. They need to hold the shots.
Well, I think the thing is he's got 18 inches of room to draw the shot, so he can be 18 inches heavy. If he happens to run into the jack, it's going to leave it in a really good spot. So
Dale trying to hang on to this jack.
He's got to hold on now, Dale. Oh, what an effort.
that's exactly what he was trying to do. He's probably a little bit further through than he would have liked, but any movement of that jack back there, he's 5 or 6 shots.
That's right.
So hard with that state of that masterboard not to attempt it.
It is.
Though, Gary, isn't it? Yeah.
Big number on offer, yeah.
Yeah, like the masterboard's 15 shots. I think this is an end that Dale really needs to go for.
The opportunities aren't going to come around too often.
Problem is 𝗟𝗡𝗡's got last say as well, so.
Yeah.
Carlo, looks like they're picking up a count across in the middle ring. 𝗟𝗡𝗡.
Oh. Doesn't want to find his own bowl there. And
Yeah, it's an interesting shot, isn't it? That is a
the
very
aggressive
interesting
side of
shot.
things, no doubt about that. Probably going for the jack to really turn the screws. Obviously Dale just arriving again. As you said, Gary, ideally it's a fraction less weight, but still just need to give it that little chance.
Yeah, I think so. He's got 18 inches to count. If he trails a jack 18 inches, he's going to bring at least 3 in.
Looks wide a line out of his hand.
You get the ball, Mike.
Wide, so. Looks like he's going for the bowl again. 𝗟𝗡𝗡.
The other 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 bowl must cut a lot of those others out at the back.
Has to, doesn't it? Oh, wow.
Oh, he nearly came back to that edge to get back to both of his bowls. And
We had
two
a-
skip just had a cheeky look at each other.
I think you and I had a perfect angle there, Lee, and we could both see what was unfolding. It was very, very close.
3 successive ends for Belrose. Just a single shot. You see that score from those other 2 rinks.
That Darren
Big count
Morrison
to
rink
Darren.
that's really stretched it, hasn't it? 27-13 now on that middle rink for Carlo.
Yeah, I've got to say, Darren Morrison has been very impressive. He has played some huge bowls over there.
You know, I've got to say, Gary, I've worked with Darren a bit, but look at his results in the last 10 years. He's been in a golden era for New South Wales where he could have quite easily had 100, 150 caps himself by now.
Yeah, 100%. I was involved, New South Wales coach. Darren was in the 16, in the squad of 16, and yeah, it was just that they were so successful during that period of time, and they had so many good players that you're right, he's just been in an era where it's been so hard to tap into. And the New South Wales team's always like that, but no, he certainly wouldn't have been out of place if he had been in that side, you know, so...
Well, he's still in that 16 too, Gary.
He's still there, you know.
He'll be one of the ones, heading to Cabra next week for a trial again. And I know he was somewhat pleasantly surprised when the squads were named a few weeks ago. He might have been thinking that his time had gone, but still well and truly in the mix there. And
he carries his form in.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll put his best foot forward next week to see if he can take one of those spots. And of course, for New South Wales, our first interstate series this year, just an unavoidable clash with dates of the Commonwealth Games. We couldn't align our 2 respective calendars with ourselves in Queensland, so any Com Games representatives from New South Wales will miss that first match, and squads stay the same at the Australian level with the inclusion of Nathan Black now coming into New South Wales. We're going to have all 4 men go to the next stage of those Australian tilt for their Com Games push.
Ollie Morrison.
It's just on repeat, isn't it?
All day.
It's just on repeat ever since he went to second.
Probably Nathan Malloy's gone off too, hasn't he? He started the game pretty well, but he's just struggled to find things here throughout the second half. 3 ends in a row now for Belrose.
Well, here we go, Cameron McClure. He's been my man, really, the unsung hero a little bit. So, again, finishing in a great area.
I like those unsung heroes, eh? You're on Andrew Swan yesterday, Maddie's father. You were cheering in on yesterday.
Mate, I look at those little back-end things and see where, where players are putting their, being effective for their team. It's more than just drawing a shot and playing the big shot.
100%.
You've got to get them in the areas so you let the talent come in behind and play the big shots. So
that's it, yep. Yeah, you need that engine room working, roundabout, getting bowls roundabout in the area.
He's just pushed this one with a bit of adrenaline, he has, but he's going to get the best position behind. So, again, pretty good. 2 Steve Glidden bowls were there, but now locked up the back he has for Carlo there. Cameron?
You make a really good point, Lee, about Nathan Malloy. I think he just, as soon as they changed that length, they went to those shorter lengths and he sort of lost his way a little bit and he just hasn't found his way back. And then Ollie Morrison being relentless, I think, has just compounded that and turned things around, got him back into this match.
Jimmy Brown, what's he doing here? Can turn that over and stay. That is a brilliant bowl. Yep.
Good shot.
It'll still only be 1, but a little pocket again. If they can kick the jack across. And 2 of the nearest 3 as well.
Yeah, again, setting up nicely for Belrose. Just need to get one of these, don't they? They've had a few opportunities of these counts. Benny Winther. Contact on that, not too bad. Don't mind that area there.
Yeah, just going back to the Darren Morrison, New South Wales rep stuff, Lee, you're right. They potentially will miss out on a few players if with the Com Games, but what an opportunity for some of these players too, you know. Get a glimpse at a New South Wales cap, you know. I think we'd all die for that, you know, being New South Welshmen. So good luck to those people that get that opportunity. Big trial coming up.
Yeah, it was the same 4 years ago as well. There was a New South Wales Victoria series at that time at Moama. when the
Benny
22
Winther.
games are on.
Just got to make the journey.
What?
I tipped the bowl
Wow.
back. Well, that's a really tight second.
Absolutely, and what he's done is really limited opportunity here for Belrose for that count.
So you can see now that 4 of the 6 games today have been completed. Those final scores are in. We'll wait until the Skips have played their bowls here, and we'll run through those final results for you.
Dale looking at the forehand there,
Yeah,
did you see?
I think there's a little shot on here, Jace,
Yep.
where he can play a yard of weight, 6 feet of weight, and get their bowl through the jack down to the Steve Glidden bowls. Ollie Morrison's over there as well, so he can potentially set himself up to make a bit of a number here. Darren Morrison, once again, 2 or 3 down, has trailed the jack for 1 or 2 up. Yeah, that's exactly what Dale was after there.
That's
He's
not
after-
all bad, though.
There's a pack of 4 bowls there now,
Yep.
Jace.
Yep. They need one of these to stick. 65-49, 16 shots, 7 ends. It's crunch time here for Belrose. They see a bit of a...
Yeah, I think Brett Spur needs to cover here. He needs to cover that 4, get around that yellow bowl of Dale's.
Matt Lucas going big in the middle.
It's close to Ben Winter's bowl here.
Contact would be good, but he's missed it. A very good luck. Still on there for Dale on that forehand, I think, Gary.
It is.
Get that jack down to them back Steve Glidden bowls. He can make a few.
Yeah, he just needs to get the perfect angle
Yep.
on that jack to get past the third shot probably. Third shot of Carlingford's. If he can get both the bowl and the jack past that bowl, it'd be huge. Probably needs a fraction more speed, which he's got. I think he's
Got the speed,
got
but
the bowl in the belly. Okay.
yeah. I don't think you'll see anything majorly fancy here from Brett Spur. It's just that simple draw down to Ben Winther bowl and try and tip out the shot.
Yeah, I don't think he can get in too much trouble with the same weight. He can sit that bowl of James Brown's on its run. If he does happen to get the plant of Benny Winther, it'll pop that out and make 2 or 3 himself.
Just an extra second or so behind the mat.
Yeah, it's a big shot in the mix of things. Can actually really put the Bulls away here. He hasn't.
No, he hasn't at all. He's that a bit skinny, but hasn't quite got there either, so he's pretty happy with that one down by the look of that.
It's 4th end in a row to Belrose, but unfortunately for them, they're going in ones. They need more than that, as their other rinks are doing it tough there at the minute, as we saw a dead end on the final Burnett Walker Davis rink. And as promised, we've got some final scores in from other games going on in round 8. East Maitland have hung on at home, 51-48 against Soldiers Point. Recorded 9-1 win there. There's another tough day at the office for Engadine, as Warilla have come away with a 10-0 win, 67 shots to 42 in that match. Wenny Leagues, they've had a loss at home for the first time this season, with Maryland's 9-1 winners, 64-44 in that game. And in the other game completed, Raymond Terrace 60 have defeated Charlestown 49. Also a 9-1 result in that game, which leaves us with the game in front of you and one other still going on. And I can tell you that that one is narrowing up. Cabramatta 65-59 in front of St John's Park with 2 ends remaining, and they're both on the same rink. Ben Twist against Carl Healy, and some big scores going on there. A really tight contest. Nathan Black defeated Aaron Wilson 22 shots to 20. Nick Cale, to skip for the first time this season, has defeated Dawn Heyman 37-10. But it is the Ben Twist rink keeping things very interesting for the Saints. He leads 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨 27-8 with 2 ends to go in that one. So a couple of huge rink scores there, one for either side.
Well, if you're St John's Park supporter, you're quite happy to see Ben Twist still out there, aren't you? With that,
probably not too much of a surprise with Ben and Carl being the last ones off, both very analytical players.
Yes,
and
yeah.
Not afraid to drive at heads if the situation occurs as well. I think 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨, probably one of the best forehand drives in the country. Plays it so well. And no doubt there that the Saints will be trying to do everything they can to get as many shots as possible to try and narrow that margin.
Keep running.
What those results will mean is that East Maitland will make their way out of the bottom 2.
I was about to mention that. That's a big result for East Maitland. They're in that bottom 2, so keeps their hopes alive, obviously, of staying out of that relegation area. A lot of the clubs down there will be looking at that now. Don't want to be one of them sides in that relegation area at all. And
Pretty good win for Marylands against 𝗟𝗡𝗡 at home too. For home game for 𝗟𝗡𝗡, that's a good win there. I didn't think you could hold them back for much longer after losing 2. They were due, I think, so good win to keep them in touch.
Yeah, much needed for the Magic.
I'll tell you what, it's been a pretty good weekend for Warilla without their star Gary Kelly as well,
yeah,
got to say.
Yeah, yep.
Luke Jones stepped up to skip for the weekend, and all reports has played very, very well.
Done a good job, yeah.
After he was played into form in the indoor pairs final on Thursday night. I played him in with a nice 20-shot win to build his confidence.
Well done, mate. What a team man. What a team man. Always thinking, always thinking. James Brown. This is not a good-looking head. It is now.
That's a great shot, Jimmy Brown.
That was looking very ugly for the Bulls. Not a bold pass.
Yeah, he's had to trail it away from all their own, but he's got the shot, which they desperately need.
It was definitely better that he did it than a Koala did it. Although, still chances here for Benny Winther. Same sort of medicine. Just draw the shot.
Pretty good shot,
Down
man.
to the jack. Good
Good
shot.
friend, mate. You got 1 in 5.
Yeah, it's a really tight second. Narrows that scoring zone down for the Bulls. All of a sudden, we've only got 6 ends left to play overall. Huge rink point up for grabs between Ryan Burnett and Josh Walker-Davis. Brown just gets caught up at the front.
Yeah, well, you mentioned at the start of the coverage about those rink points, didn't you, Lee? So, very important.
Yeah, Benny will just try and play the same bowl. If he can sneak under this short bowl, it's just going to turn too much for him.
But you know, on that Walker-Davis Burnett rink, that Kevin Anderson has taken the jack out of bounds. So I think they're up to their 3rd go now of trying to play N21. Yeah, both sides now are crucial. Those points are going to be at the end of the season. Gee, it's the way things stand at the moment for Carlingford to leapfrog Belrose. Still an outside chance of a 10-0 win. If things go their way in the concluding stages.
Right here, mate.
Wow, great shot there, Dale. Trailed it away. Still might only have 1, unfortunately, but it's not much else on there for Belrose at the moment, is there?
Yeah, great draw shot. Look at that one there. Just brings the jack around, falls down.
Spur just up and over on the back end. Use his own wing bowl. Bowler 𝗟𝗓𝗡 𝗡𝗨𝗠. It's on the run on the way in. Get some angle off that back to the bowler, the jack. Hasn't given it a chance.
That one went on him a bit earlier than he anticipated. He was a little bit surprised from his reaction, but
didn't get any indication, but the guys were having a close look to see who had second shot. Going to go down the same line again. Saw how close he was to that Steve Glidden bowl with his first. Does he get around the pack this time?
Around the pack and down to that 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘 bowl. Close. What an effort. I think he's just missed out there, but geez, that was a good effort.
well, Belrose picked up a 3 on the final end in the middle rink. They did.
Yeah, well, he's certainly up searching here. Any movement of this jack,
Does he get
using
back
the
enough?
wing.
Oh, he gets a pass. So one shot to Belrose. And for the 5th end in a row, they record a score on their side of the board. 20 shots to 18, 4 consecutive singles and a count of 3 before that. Just keeps things interesting. As Jason mentioned, it was 3 shots to the Matt Lucas rink on their final end. And
What have we got?
Belrose holding shot at the moment on Walker Davis Burnett rink as well.
12 shots, 4 ends, not impossible. And we've seen some setups where Belrose have had them opportunities of getting the multiples. So it's all Belrose can do is just keep giving them giving themselves chances for a multiple, and hopefully pull off 1 or 2 of them, and might just send a little bit of a flutter through the 𝗟𝗨𝗡 boys.
Well, and speaking of multiples, there has been another one for St John's Park. Ben Twist has picked up a 3 on his 20th end against Carl Healy. So going into the final end, it is 𝗟𝗓𝗡 65, leading St John's Park 62.
Woohoo, game on. Game on. I can guarantee you Ben Twist would be loving every minute of that game against Carl Healy too. They're good mates, but he would be loving every minute of it.
They played plenty of bowls together, of course, those men, including a silver medal performance at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in the men's triples. As things should be, good teammates when you're together and fierce rivals when you're on the green.
That's it.
Glidden gets the closer with his opening bowl there.
Kevin Anderson's 2 down, running and clearing out everything. Great
shot
shot.
bowl over a metre away on that rink now. Yeah, well played.
Oh, what a shot. I'm saying Nathan Malloy has been a little bit off, but
His
how's
best
that
bowl
timing?
in the last 90 minutes
Yeah.
or so.
I think maybe, Jose, they could have probably changed him a little earlier. I think, you know, probably 4 ends ago maybe. I reckon they probably could have switched those hands for him because he just did not find it. But in the mix of the game, they were sort of cruising along too.
They were.
But it gets away from you, doesn't it? You know? So,
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, if the team's winning, why change what's
yeah,
happening?
it's hard.
So-
It's a hard call sometimes, but he was really struggling. So you look at, you know, the line that he's played just there. It's certainly worked for Steve Glidden when he changed over to that side. So.
Played it to perfection, mate. Play safe.
Same bowl. Same bowl for Ollie Morrison. Just get another one in the area. Turn the shot ball onto the jack.
He's wanting this to slow down, looking at his body language.
If he does turn onto the jack, just high that, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. It's okay. They're getting some bowls in some groups there.
On the far rink, Ryan Burnett still with 2 bowls to play. Currently 2 down. Belrose doing what they need to do to firstly win that rink.
𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡𝗗.
He's played a bomb, has he? He's taken that danger away.
Sensational. That is a pretty good change up. Yes, holding the shot, but
Slightly unfortunate to leave it out Jack Eye. As Ryan Burnett drives and misses with his first attempt.
well, it mightn't be as good as I anticipated because it's actually provided a bit better opportunity, I think, for Belrose now to make a big good count. But
It's given him a couple of seconds, hasn't it?
yeah,
So,
so
he's running firm. James Brown.
well, he's
Bowler
chasing
jack.
it. He's chasing it.
Oh, he's got all his own bowls.
Just got to the inside piece of that shot bowl. Still Carlingford, Nathan Malloy, that aqua bowl with the black strips there in the middle of camera. That's going to be the shot.
He gets the bowl clean. He's 2 or 3. He gets the outside edge of that bowl, gets both of his own bowls. He's pretty unfortunate there. It was a good hit.
We await Ryan Burnett's last bowl. 3 down. We'll keep you up to date
He's attacking.
it's going
with
big
that
again.
result.
And
He
missing.
catches things at the front. So from our vantage point, it's 3 shots to Belrose. The 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 rink. We'll wait for players to confirm that and make it official.
Pulled 3 out, looking at the 4th.
Draw the shot, buddy. Everything inside the grids is pretty close.
James Brown back to the draw with his second attempt.
3 it is over there to Belrose, so 66-57.
Things not shaping up well here, though.
It isn't, is it? It's looking a bit yuck. Belrose have no choice. They must win every single end from here on in. Need
How far's Ben sent this one?
quite far enough, has he?
Well, I think
Well.
the big thing here is that 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏 has got a looks like a forehand with his bowls. The way they draw, he can draw back to this jack, touch it probably, what, Jay, 6 inches for 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 or 8 inches, I think. The angles look a bit funny on camera, but at 6 or 8 inch trail will give him 3 shots.
2 big bowls here for 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go much more because he doesn't want to provide more room for 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏 to be able to draw and cut down, does he? So
That's right.
I think you're right. That 6-inch draw is probably the perfect length. You know, he could trail at a foot and still be holding 3, but there'll be more room for Brett.
First of all, he needs to draw the shot.
He's trying. He'll get back.
Should
Does he
come back
stop?
from there.
Really good effort. It's probably the shot. Close to.
Close. Carlingford players take a look. Ben 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏 applies the finger measure and he puts one finger in the air to his skip. Second shot there for Dale. Aussie Dazza enjoying the coverage. Afternoon to you too, Darren. Glad to see you with us once again.
Yeah, Brett Spur will just look to minimise the damage here. He'll try and split those 3 bowls up.
He doesn't want to kick this jack now himself. Gets away.
Swinging in underneath. So here it is. Opportunity. Dale 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏 needs movement on the jack.
Actually draw the jack to his own bowl. If he sits in front of his own, it's probably going to be good enough for shot.
I think he needs to be pushing jack. He needs a number.
Draw to his own. Gets the jack to it.
Yep.
I think the big thing here is the draw shot. If he does get the jack on the end of this draw shot, he can make 4. Probably rip the bowl out for 2, but if he gets jack movement, then it gives him no opportunity at making that bigger number.
Well, he's going for the jack here with this weight.
Swinging weight.
Might have been after the bowl.
He was after the bowl for sure, yeah. So he played that, sit the bowl, hang around, maybe make a 3 or a 4.
Yep.
Plays the same weight, yeah.
Brett 𝗟𝗓𝗡, is he up enough?
It's quite close.
Is he up enough?
They're going to check it out. Just a measure for shot here. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏, did he do enough with his first? Indication was from 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏 that he likes this bowler, 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗏, that they're measuring now for shot. Wait for confirmation from our players.
Looks like it's 1 to Carlo. I saw one finger go up and they're holding the mat, so... Wow, 10 shots, 2 ends.
1 indeed for Carlo. They break that run for Belrose. 21-18.
I think here for Belrose it's about putting some bowls grouped in behind now because their chances of top 5 are just about snuffed out here. 10 shots, they need 11 shots really in the next 2 ends. Very, very hard at this level, but it's about giving yourself an opportunity to get them. Nice little grouping of bowls behind the jack, and hopefully Dale can get it to him.
Yeah, this is the end here, isn't it? This is the big end. This is where Carlingford can stop any attack or any chance of the Bulls getting those big numbers.
I can let you know, Gary, that your Cabramatta Bullants have held on to defeat St John's Park. A huge comeback by the Saints, but Cabramatta winning the last end to get over the line 67-62.
That's big for Cabra, isn't it?
Yeah, an 8-point to 2 result there. That massive rink win by Nick Cale doing the damage for Cabra. And St John's Park, 6 consecutive wins. Well, that streak comes to an end.
Ollie Morrison, he's had a wow of a game. Can he do it again? Draw the shot, draw little touches,
Close
nice.
again, he is, Gary. He is very close. Ollie Morrison. Well, swung a fair bit.
Swung a lot at late.
Wow.
Still giving him a chance here.
𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏 out. Does he get down onto him? It's just slid past him. Good home.
It's not all bad, is it?
That's right.
Just makes that number a little bit harder, even if they trial that jack.
Just tuning in for the first time this afternoon. You've joined us at a critical time. Belrose trying to make big counts over these last 2 ends. My name's Lee Stinson. Fortunate enough to have both Gary Willis and Jason Pinnock alongside me in commentary. It's been a battle all the way here. Carlingford in front at the moment, but do they hang on, gents?
Benny Winther, he'd just be trying to beat the two Bulls bowls on the left-hand side of the screen as you look at it. If he lands it, would be good. He's just put too much weight on that. He'd be trying to just beat those bowls, give him another bowl in the head for the Koalas.
Still can't see a way of Belrose getting a good number at the moment. So going to need a couple of good bowls here from Jimmy to give Dale an opportunity.
Yeah, you're right, Jace. At this stage, they're going to have to be all drawn and hope that Carlingford do nothing, which is pretty unlikely. James Brown trying to draw a shot, trying to draw to add. Beat the greenish aqua colour bowl of 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗠.
Down.
He might have made 2 or 3 of that, Jace. Ben Winther's just got to get back to the draw here. He's just got to try and get as close as he can. Absolutely nail this jack.
That was the call from Ben himself. He said, I better try and draw a shot, eh?
Yeah, I didn't hear that. He certainly has backed it off. It's a better attempt. Just got to stop. Still just slipped through.
Has, but it's slipped in a good home, isn't it? It's getting to the stage where it's got to be very fine movement now for Belrose to get any sort of count.
Yeah, I don't think they need to change anything here. I think they just need to draw a shot and let Dale play the big one. He's going to go after it. He's trying to sit and stay for 3 or 4. If he gets the bowl on its own, it'll definitely be 3.
Yeah, not too much weight, just reaching up 3 or 4 metres over draw.
They're having a look. He likes it.
They're looking at it. Wants to hold. He sailed to it, so and got Benny Winther back a little further.
Back off the bowl, yeah.
Well, opportunity. That's all they can do for their skipper.
Well, it all looks nice and pretty at the moment, but there's a lot of room for this man who has a lot of experience, Brett Spur. He's played harder shots than this in his life, but you just never know. You never know when the pressure's on in the moment what's going to happen.
Needs contact. It's going to go by unless he sits a bowl.
Needs to sit something. Well, got the inside edge of that.
Okay.
It's no closer than any other one they had in there already.
I'd imagine it's got to be 4 or 5, hasn't it? It's got to be at least 4. It's just a matter of that Steve Glidden bowl.
That one there.
That one, yeah.
Oh, here.
See,
I feel like that one's. I feel like the one on the left of screen, the red bowl is in. The other one looks in from the camera angle. Could be 5.
we know Dale will just be on the draw here with this one, trying to add to the count.
Well,
just needs to pull up as
his
well
weight.
himself.
Needs a crash. He
does need a crash.
He's
He's
got
got
it.
a crash, so and he hasn't provided a bigger target, but he has provided something for Brett to get onto, but he had no choice. He had to get another one in there.
Yeah, Brett Spur needs to drop a metre on his first line.
Huge bowl here for Spur and the Koalas. The
They
guys
like
are
it.
liking it.
Benny Winther is
Looks
down.
like he's corrected his weight much better here. Does he get down enough?
Oh, this is
He
great.
has, and that snuffed out a lot of shots there, but
And left it in a tough spot to get to.
absolutely.
I'd just love to know how many it was. So many bowls there, about 2.5 feet away from the jack. It's hard to tell how many it is there at the moment for Belrose. It's 2 important scores to look at.
Yeah, he's going to try.
They are 10 behind overall and 3 behind on the rink. So trying to get as many as they can here.
He'll get after this bowl. He's got to try and get it through this hole.
It's like he's playing the backhand.
Does, yeah. I think he's got to play the backhand. There is an angle to get the outside of the bowl straight through the hole.
That's what he's trying, Gary. Firm weight. What does he get?
He's going to
He's
hang
on the
high.
high side now.
We'll find out what the final result was, but Brett Spur has taken plenty out of consideration. See how it ends up. Looks like 2 conceded, and James Brown down, trying to see if there is any further to go onto the count.
2 it is.
It's 2.
Wow, that's a big bowl by 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏, isn't it?
Huge bowl.
Looking at that, it probably was a 5.
I mean, he gets here, he got the inside of the bowl, sit in there, wedges it in. If he gets the outside of the bowl, he's probably still 5 or 6 down.
Yeah. And
back within 1 on this rink, Belrose. So if you are just joining us, it was Belrose who jumped out of the blocks, 7-0 in front here on our feature rink. They had a huge run of scores for Carlingford. Took them out to a 20-shot-to-11 lead. For Belrose have now won 6 of the past 7 ends. To see just 1 shot the difference, and 8 shots overall. So, of course, that 8 is going to be incredibly hard to get. At any point they can score, it'll be crucial. And Gary, how do you play this if you're 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏? Do you almost have to concede the big board is out for the day and unlikely to get that draw, and just try your best to win your rink now?
Yeah, well, I don't think either works well for them, does it? You know, so in the mix of things in the top 5 and their rink, I don't think either works well. So he's in a no-win situation here, I think.
Yeah, he's probably looking for the rink win, in all honesty. Like, if they've got an understanding of the ladder, he's probably thinking, you know what, that 1 point for me rink could help us.
3 games to go in a couple of weeks' time. Belrose to finish off with Raymond Terrace, Charlestown and Wenty leagues. So, of course, beating the Jets going to be a tough one, and those other 2 sides in amongst the mix as well. So, not going to be easy, but still 30 points up for grabs. Score as many as you can today and hope to have a 3 from 3 finish. Currently in 5th place, 50.5 points. It's 5th place at the moment. Belrose 31 going into today. So probably will need to win their last 3 to get up somewhere near
probably
60 points or thereabouts,
yeah,
and hope that they aren't overtaken by...
I mean, at the end of the day, you're always trying to win, aren't you? You know, so you're always trying to win. You wouldn't have thought they were going to hold a 6, the end before, and they nearly did. So just get as many bowls as close as you possibly can.
Terrific shot.
Ollie Morrison
draws around the front bowl.
Tremendous shot. He has been a standout since they moved him to that 2nd position. He has been on song.
Best on ground since that swap.
Yeah, so 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏 instructing to sink this jack, get the plant, get rid of the bowl, take away all danger. If he can sink the jack.
Cam, what does he get with this one?
He's got 1 out, so...
Well, that's Belrose now unable to score 8 on this end that's being played as the Glidden bowl goes outside the boundaries of the rink.
There's a few conversations just going on now between the bulls around, do we chase the 8? Ollie Morrison, perfect weight again.
Oh, yeah, they're not getting an 8 now, obviously, on this end with that one being knocked out.
Yeah, so if they're chasing an 8, they're trying to kill it.
That's right. So if you're Carlo, you're just probably playing positional bowls at this stage, aren't you?
Yeah, he's close to this. Cameron McClure.
He's my man. Unsung hero Cameron McClure.
Be a similar shot attempted by James Brown. I wonder if he's Troy McClure's brother.
You know him from such movies as?
Yeah. Cam, you could say you know him from such clubs as 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗩 and Marylands. Now a koala.
James Brown, this will give us a pretty good indication of what they're actually trying to do here with that weight.
Yeah, similar bowl to 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗏.
They're trying to win the rink by the looks of that weight.
He wants to miss the bowl now, and he has. So it's a bowl down past the tee. At this early stage with 4 bowls to go for Carlingford, I'll be trying to improve the shape of the head, the way it looks. And
he's got 2 shots. Get back to the red. Yeah. Get a bowl past the jack. Yeah, all the other option is to try and tidy that up a bit, Lee, so take that shot away. But it looks like, I think they're going to go back.
I think about a metre past was the call, and he's a bit stronger than that. He covers the deeper ones. If he's a bit less, he covers the shallower ones. Where does he land here at the front?
Well, he's got his own.
He's fallen right into the little pocket that the Bulls were aiming for, and it might see swinging weight on the other hand.
Still no intention to kill this, so it's definitely on that they want to win their rink.
Firm weight on the forehand. Does he bend in time?
Tell you what, it's trying.
It's trying very hard, isn't it? It's very close here. Jimmy! And he's come through on it and got the shot.
Well, he's made at least one.
Well,
terrific bowl there from James Brown. You see it there on the replay. Turns the shot bowl past the jack and runs on himself.
Bowl had the spinnaker out. It was coming back and right in. Wasn't it? I thought he was wide when he let it go, and he never looked like missing it. It absolutely took off on that wide hand.
So now Carlingford's turn to try and change things up.
Oh, Brett Spur on his haunches. He likes the look of this, likes the shape of it. They're calling it in. Does he get all the way back? Does he get back? Does he what? But still opportunity on for Belrose.
What a shot there from 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏. This ball just kept running on, and indication was that he's done enough for shot.
Well, he's got options here. It looks easier on the backhand, doesn't it? That bowl is sticking out there a little bit. It looks like he is shaping up on the backhand, so just trying to move that bowl of 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗧.
Oh, out of his hand, he's calling it to bend, so he knew it straight away, Dale did, but that's his sider. Still an opportunity, one to go.
Yeah, I don't think Brett will want to leave it like that. It looks too juicy. Be thinking that he's going to try and do the same as 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗧, just make it a bit harder maybe.
He knows he doesn't really want to kick the jack too far, so just on the perfect draw.
If you can just give that bowl a little tap, get inside it, back to the jack.
Nice angle.
Looking at this.
No,
what does he get from here? Does he kick it
shot
behind the jack?
Yeah, that's a brilliant shot.
That is
That's
sensational. Be a big bowl in the context of their season too.
Plenty of cheers from his teammates. All the players from the other 2 rinks have come into the undercover tents right alongside here on rink number 1. See in the replay, perfect angle. I thought for a moment that bowl was going to drop back onto the jack and kick it forward to the James Brown bowl for Belrose. Certainly narrowed that shelf down now for Dale.
Well, he's going big.
He's going big, yeah.
I'd imagine. He might put that last ball in his pocket, Brett Spur. He will, so it's 1 to Carlingford.
So I'll take a Rink point as well as the Masterboard win, and it'll be a 9-1 result here today for Carlingford.
Well, boys, that had a lot, didn't it? Massive margin early to Belrose, a fight back from Carlo. Carlo getting out to 15, close to 20 as well, and then a bit of a late fight back by Belrose, but it was Carlo in the end that succeeded, and that's big for their season.
Yeah, I think you're right, Just two big things that happened there was the Ryan Burnett rink, particularly the engine room, hung tough, kept them in that game. It was a huge deficit early on, a big margin. They fought their way back to a 5-shot loss. And then the middle rink, just the skill of Darren Morrison turning a lot of heads over, a big margin there against Matt Lucas was the difference in the game. So, hats off. I think both engine rooms on rink 1 and 3, the Brett Spur, rink with 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡𝗏 and Nathan Malloy in patches really set them up well. And then that experience just shown through with Ben and Spurry. But hats off to the Ryan Burnett rink and his front two as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a massive result for that Ryan Burnett rink. And at the end of the day, that's the Masterboard, I believe. Fighting back from a 15, 16 shot deficit to nearly take the rink. That's huge. So it just goes to show in these teams games or sides games, you've always got a job to do no matter what part of the game you're at. So
18-5 behind that rink was. They made a positional switch there at 1.2. Sean Nelson and Zach Robertson swapped positions up front. You heard Gary mention at a couple of stages there that Zach played really well over the second half of that match. We'll recap the scores from our other venues. East Maitland 51 and defeated Soldiers Point 48. 9 points to 1. Warilla 67-42, 10-0 winners over Engadine. Cabramatta a 8-2 win, a really close game there with St John's Park. 67-62 in the end. Maryland 64 defeated Wenty Leagues 44, 9 points to 1. And Raymond Terrace stay undefeated, 9 points to 1, 60 shots to 49. Over Charlestown, and I can let you know on the ladder, Raymond Terrace are now 15 points clear at the top. It's St John's remaining in second place, followed by Warilla. Cabramatta jump into fourth spot, and Wenty Leagues retain fifth position on the ladder. Maryland's just 10 points out of top 5 contention at the moment, and then there's a huge cluster just in behind with Soldiers Point, Belrose and Carlingford all now on 32 points. And East Maitland, as we said earlier, have jumped out of the bottom 2. They sit in 10th. And Charlestown and Engadine occupying those bottom 2 places. And next week, we have a break in Platinum Pennant. So join us in Friday week, 12 days from now, and there's that game on screen. Cabramatta Bull Ants up against Soldiers Point. And Gary, your home club, they've had a big win there today. Stopped the rot a little over 2 losses earlier in the weekend, and I'm sure they'll be up for another big one there at home.
Yeah, they certainly won't have it all their own way there. A lot of talent in that Soldiers Point team, probably playing on the carpet again, so that will help Soldiers Point as well. But it'll be a cracking match, I'd imagine, so don't miss that one.
And a big game in the context of the season, so that'll be 4th against 7th on the ladder, so Soldiers Point will need to win to get over the top. And Jace, thanks very much for your efforts over the weekend.
It's been fun, mate.
Three really good games.
Yeah, it's been fun, mate. And look, still plenty can happen in this ladder, and I'm looking forward to that in 2 weeks' time when we get through 3 rounds there. Pretty open it is, but yeah, it's been great fun, mate. Hopefully you'll have me back in a couple of weeks.
We'll have you back, mate. That is for sure. So that concludes round 8 coverage today of the Bowls New South Wales TAB Platinum Pennant. Big thanks to everyone for tuning in. Of course, those final results will be on the Bowls New South Wales Facebook page and on Bowls Link. So do check those out if you missed any of those scores from earlier on today. But for now, it's goodbye from us, and we'll see you all in a couple of weeks' time.